me the news and weather. Trying to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen?
Keeler's always in the know.
It makes me want to call him
And tell him where to go.
And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. So today is Friday, and Fridays, I don't know about anybody else, but for us, Fridays are days that we love, right? Friday's a good day.
Sure.
Especially for us because we're up early. We get our work done for the most part early, and unless, I try to plan it so that I get all of my stuff done so that, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock, we're done for Friday. Okay, nonetheless, stop, will you please, for God's sakes. I thought Friday
You guys are, but not me.
No, Davey works 7 days a week.
I do.
24 hours a day. You're always on call.
I do.
You are. Anyway.
I'm working on yeah.
Okay. So I thought I'd bring in a treat to start the day.
You got peanut butter there?
No. So in Western New York, Niagara Falls, Buffalo, there is a thing called sponge candy.
Okay.
And it's like our turkey joints. It's not like our turkey joints.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe this was another dispute.
Conceptually, it's like our turkey joints.
When you say conceptually, it's like the regional go-to unique
So am
candy.
I saying it wrong? How would you say it?
No, that's fair. No,
Right.
I didn't know if you meant it was essentially, because I can see those are round. They look like a clump of something. I didn't know if it was a candy joint in a ball. Not a candy joint. What do they call it? A turkey joint.
If you're from Rochester West, you absolutely know exactly what this is.
I've never heard of this.
I will tell you, there's a name brand that my wife prefers because she grew up out there. And we have that at home. I forget the name of the candy company. But this is pretty much the same thing, pretty close. And it's a Wegmans brand of it. It's as if like Shenantries decided we're going to make turkey joints.
Right, I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
Luckily, that doesn't happen. So
Was there a lot of Buffalo Bills gear at
get on that microphone.
Was there a lot of Buffalo Bills gear at the Wegmans?
Oh, there was. and I did get my Josh Allen Flakes cereal.
Yeah, I already got that. I have that.
Yeah. After Sunday's game,
It's
I dumped it down the toilet, but I have the box.
You know what I compare it as? If you don't remember as a kid, you remember Honey Smacks?
I thought it was like that. Yeah,
little frog.
Yeah, they
that
call
was
them smacks.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling it's easy for them to do it because they're like General Mills has a cereal company in Buffalo, so that's probably where this all comes from. Nonetheless, so I thought you should try it.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Yes.
You're not allergic to sponges, are you?
No.
All right,
No.
then you're gonna be okay. Okay, Davey, come over here.
Do I have to? Thank you.
Oh, you got two.
Oh, I got two of them here. It's a bonus one. No, these are mine, Smitty.
Oh, you only get one, Davey.
All right, so it's covered in chocolate. Just jump right in. Am I going to get a crunch here?
It's crunch. It's not sponge.
It's got like a spongy interior in it.
Oh,
It does, and it'll go all over you. So you be careful.
almost like a Butterfinger texture.
I guess you could go down that road, but it's not.
Or like a Twix.
I guess you could get down that road, but it's still different.
Yeah, it's got very good.
Isn't that good? Yeah.
Can you buy
pretty
these
good.
in like Syracuse Wegmans?
I don't know, but maybe you can. We got to turn this air on, Davey. I know you're eating candy, but come on. It's getting warm in here. Isn't that good?
That is pretty good.
Yeah. You can get one more if you want. You want one more? Sure. It's called Western New York, Niagara Falls, Buffalo Sponge Candy.
So I will say the inside looks to me
It
like a Butterfinger, but it doesn't have that. Does not have that taste.
It's not the same.
No.
Yeah, but it looks that way. It looks kind of like a hard sponge, right? A dried out sponge or something.
Yeah.
Kind of. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
What a great way to start the day. I can't eat anything until 7 o'clock.
I don't know how you do this because I could never come in with candy, sweets. I mean, Beth comes in with muffins and little cakes in the morning.
I know.
To sit here, talk about it, and then give it to us to eat and sample on the air and not be able to eat it.
It is I'll tell you that just one little thing on my medicine that I take. 2 hours, I cannot eat for 2 hours before I take the medicine or 1 hour afterwards. So every day I take my medicine at like 4:30, between 4:30. Today I took it a little bit late. It wasn't until 5:40 that I took the medicine, which means technically in about 10 minutes I could have something to eat. But I even on the weekends, I wake up at like 5:30 and take the medicine because otherwise you get up, take it, and you're sitting around waiting and you're starving and you want to eat something. So that's where I'm at right now. Nonetheless, good morning. There is much to talk about, a lot going on. In studio this morning is newly elected comptroller for the city of Utica, comptroller-elect Frank Miola will be on the radio here this morning. We'll get some picks, and we'll look at his picks from last week. Scott and Kirkville, we'll get into that. Davey's brother-in-law is on. Some nepotism going on this morning. Yeah. What are you looking at, Davey?
No, he's just got an event going on that he wants to talk about.
Well, because he is your relative, do you understand where I'm going?
Yes.
Okay, good. As you sit in there and masticate back in that booth. Ryan Schmel's on later on this morning. Mighty John, the record guy. Mighty John, the record guy. 10 records to be thankful for around Thanksgiving. Willie Waffle coming up in a few minutes. Jessica Rosenthal from Fox News Radio. It is interesting. It shows you where politics are. Do you want to get right into this, Davey? Into Jessica? It is interesting. Although the numbers, Gen Z numbers for President Trump have dropped in the last 5 or 6 months, and I think a lot of it may have to do with some of the, not necessarily getting rid of the rapist immigrants, but you know, when it hits a community and the person where you got your Chinese food from for 30 years, for God's sakes, all of a sudden got taken away. I don't know, because they're dangerous? No, just because they get caught up in the raid. But numbers have fallen for Gen Z, but it is very interesting that Gen Z is the female and men, boys, girls, Gen Z, tend to like Mamdani and Donald Trump. How could you get there? And I want to bring in Jessica Rosenthal from Fox News Radio right now to talk about that. Jessica, good morning.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So how does this, there's smoke coming from my brain. It's impossible. How could this be?
Can I take a stab and we'll see what Jessica thinks?
Okay, all right.
Jessica, I think a lot of this has to do with, I was going to say gotcha. It's not gotcha. It's more of the screw you, and it's social media. So it's like almost like these hype videos, like you would do a highlight reel of an athlete. Mm-hmm. It's both of these people on different ends of the political spectrum being alpha in their environment. And this is the way it's going to be, and kind of where like a politician can politely take a tough question and deflect it or steer it a different way, where they kind of slap back. And I think it's ripe for social media and highlight reels.
What do you think, Jessica?
I couldn't agree more. I think that's true because it cuts through a lot of noise, right?
Yeah.
And it's impactful. And we all have the attention spans of like gnats at this point, because of social media, and that. So I think you're onto something there. But I think also young people can smell something inauthentic, and so if that highlight reel or that social media post feels contrived, you're out. But the numbers sort of don't lie here, right? Like we saw last fall, 18 to 29-year-olds still went for Vice President Harris largely. 51% supported her, but there was a big shift.
Yeah.
47% supported Trump. That was a big jump for him compared to 2020 when they went for him by only 36%. But like you just said with Mamdani, he overwhelmingly, just trounced in that age group. Fox News voter poll showed 65% of men between 18 and 29 went for Mamdani. 82% of women in that age group did. Obviously, there are a lot of think pieces and articles being written about where Gen Z is going right now, but we spoke to Kaylee McGee-White. She's a Gen Zer herself. She's a Fox News contributor. We talked to her for the podcast, and she wrote in an op-ed, "My generation's motivated less by policy specifics and more by a broad agenda that promises to dismantle the status quo. Maybe that makes Gen Z young and dumb, but we're not interested in preserving an establishment we have no stake in, nor are we willing to settle for the managed decline that keeps older generations comfortable but sacrifices our chance at a prosperous future." So you look at some of the home buying stats right now. You look at the job market. You look at sort of where Gen Z is at and feeling like opportunity is slipping away from them, and they're going to go for somebody who's going to go fast and break things.
It is interesting because that seems to be, I read some studies on the Trump phenomena, and it seems to be the same type of thing where even, baby boomers enjoy the fact that Trump likes to go in and turn the table upside down, and they enjoy watching the establishment get crushed by this guy who has no fear. And that's very interesting because it's very similar to this Gen Z concept.
I think what we saw in 2016, and I'll never forget it, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Michael Moore, the filmmaker who was extremely progressive, it still is by all accounts, he did a montage video, in highlighting voters at rallies in like Michigan and other places that have just been hollowed out by manufacturing leaving the United States. And he did a voiceover on this video that said, Donald Trump is going to win in 2016. And the reason why is because of these people. They have no jobs. They have no future. The things have changed so dramatically in the job market and how we buy homes and how we function, how our economy functions, that somebody who's promising and somebody who's seeing that, who's seeing the problem, even if addressing it doesn't work, at least they're calling it. They're cutting through the noise. They're saying this doesn't work. Whatever the establishment is doing doesn't work. And the promise to take on both parties seems to be where the money's at. If you're the kind of person who comes in and says, "Hey, I'm like Mamdani, I'm not even a Democrat. I'm a democratic socialist." Right. President Trump came in and said, "I will buck both parties." And he has. We've seen that over the past 8 years, have we not? He'll call you a rhino even if you're on his team. So I think the willingness to sort of say whatever we're doing isn't working, guys. Those are the people who seem to grab people, and Gen Z is especially suffering right now. I mean, the median home buying age just hit 59, and the median home buying age for first-time home buyers is 40. Yeah.
It is. It's boy, and we've kind of enjoyed so many years of opportunity. You turn 18, 19, 20 years old, you get out of college, there's opportunity. Today, kids get out of college, they spend all this money on their college degree, and they're working at 7-Eleven. And that can be extremely frustrated to the point where I think you lose faith in the system. So this is maybe the answer. Wow. Jessica, interesting stuff. And I want to tell you, I once sat with Jimmy J.J. Walker from the 70s, and we brought him up for a comedy show, and we were driving him around, and I said, "Go ahead, say dynamite." And he's like, "I'm not saying it." And he wouldn't say it. I want so much to say to you, give us your classic out, your sign-off on every report that sounds so cool, and I love it. It's iconic, but I won't do that to you. We'll just listen for it. We'll listen for it like everybody else at the top of the hour.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day and a great weekend.
You too, sir.
All
Bye.
Right, thanks. Jessica Rosenthal. Kind of like that. Fox News. Mm-hmm. Boy, I wanted to just say, can you do it? Yeah, go ahead, do it. But that'd be the last time we'd have her on. That is interesting stuff, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I can't remember. I was listening to some program, and they were talking about how, Mamdani got asked the question.
Yeah.
That the overlap with him and Trump, and they said you're kind of like the left's version of Trump.
And he probably would deny that.
Mamdani?
Yeah.
He kind of did bat it away.
Yeah,
but I do think there's something to it.
I do too. There's something there.
I think part of it also is being an alpha male.
Yeah,
I think as much as societal.
Well, and the numbers for the Gen Z numbers for Trump are bigger with Gen Z males than females. Now, the numbers, as I said, have wavered in the last 6 months or so since he's been president this last time. But they were strong, and a year ago on Election Day, they were very strong, and it helped make the difference for Trump. Coming up, we'll speak with Willie Waffle. I want to squeeze a whole bunch of stuff in here quickly. You know the guy, and he goes by Mr. Lucky.
I don't know who that is.
You do know who he is. We've had him on the air, and I have to say, sometimes he angers people because he goes around with his camera and he'll tape in public areas, for instance.
Okay.
and it goes up on YouTube. And someone will come out and say, "You can't tape here. This is a post office." And he said, "Well, listen, I'm out on the street. Yeah, but you're filming inside our windows. You can't do that." Yeah, you can. And the only way you can really stop that is to put something up on the windows, because from the public, anything you can see from the street, you can videotape. That is the law, federal law, as a matter of fact. So a lot of people have ripped into him for that. And in fact, we had him on the radio, and I had to kind of caution him just a little bit, because he was saying these guys are guilty. Well, we know we can't say that and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but basically we're implying that they did what he believes that they did, what he believes he had proved. And I'm saying, well, sometimes it works out where they get found not guilty, and all of a sudden they'll come back and they'll sue you. You got to be careful. Everything's alleged. Police believe. But this time, this thing went on forever in Herkimer. The town of Herkimer Highway Department employees who were allegedly, taking scrap metal that they would get in construction work while working for the township. They would get scrap metals, and then they would take them to Utica and cash them in for cash, and they'd keep the money. Well, I do that, but I use the money. I buy lunch for the guys. Maybe it was some of the money, but even that is not kosher. That is scrap metal. That if you're getting that scrap metal while you're on duty, you are that belongs to the taxpayer.
Yeah.
Right. We all agree with that.
Yeah.
To town of Herkimer now, after he came out and he had video, and the guy went after him and grabbed, I believe at one point, I don't want to add to what did or didn't happen, but I think it almost got physical at one point.
Okay.
And we'll speak with him. I want to talk to him next week, because a lot of people have criticized him, but it shows you how you don't need to be an official, quote-unquote, journalist to uncover something, especially in a world where we are today, where media outlets are depleted. Staffs are just depleted. We know. Look at the OD. Look at that building. That building is going to be a marijuana dispensary.
Is it really?
Yeah, think about that. Anyway, the guy that he was pointing fingers at, Kenneth Ward, 44 years old, and 34-year-old Michael Waltz, both of Herkimer, charged with one count of official misconduct, a misdemeanor, according to New York State Police. After an 11-month investigation, it found while they were working for the Highway Department, Ward and Walls were aware that town-owned materials were being sold for profit. Replaced water meters, other scrap materials, items dropped off by residents during the town's spring and fall cleanup days. Can you believe this? That money was being taken to the recycling center in Utica, and the money was going into pockets. Investigators could not determine how much money was made. The cash was reportedly stored in a box and used for non-town related expenses. Ward and Walls were released with appearance tickets and are scheduled to appear in the town of Herkimer Court on December 9th at 6 p.m. So I got to tell you, give a little credit to Mr. Lucky, who actually is the one who really uncovered this whole thing. And by the way, let's not forget, we'll run a story about a woman who or a man who they're working a side job, and they collected welfare benefits for $1,760, and they've been arrested. right?
Right.
I'm this is, I realize this is a misdemeanor, but this is a violation of the public's trust.
Did you say that
Did I say Mr. Lucky? It's Mr. Nice Guy.
Mr. Nice Guy?
Yeah, sorry. Well, lucky I said something nice and not something negative.
There was a reference to putting the money in a box and using it for non-town expenses. So they've acknowledged that?
Well, apparently after an 11-month investigation. But Mr. Nice Guy, as he goes by on YouTube, and you can search his videos, and, they catch a lot of different people off guard, and you're videotaped, and you end up on YouTube. Why? Because you're in a public place. And can they do it without permission? Yeah, that's and it's a little difficult when you see yourself in a negative light. Which, by the way, this guy, I believe that both of these guys, but in particular Ken Ward, was caught, and he was the one that was going at him very aggressively, going at Mr. Nice Guy.
And so the money would go in a box, and then it sounds like they would buy the whole group lunch, maybe.
Well,
or something.
maybe one, could be,
yeah,
could find its way to Verona. I don't know. I mean, where did that money go? And in fact, police are saying now they don't even know how much money was collected. But you have a job where you're collecting everything from public property, whether it be old parking meters or all of these things that are, or on a large item garbage day, people are bringing in their scraps. That stuff was going to the pot, if you will.
So
that's just a crazy story. Why you would think that that's okay to do? I don't get it. I simply want to say, this guy who has annoyed some people, and I understand, and I know some of those people. But he actually has done a pretty decent public service here for everybody, and I'm not sure this story would have seen the day of light or the light of day, depending on if you're dyslexic. I'm not sure if it would have seen the light of day. It's a Friday. Had it not been for him.
So, well, I think
lucky Mr. Nice Guy.
The thought process was this is garbage otherwise, right? And so if we take it, we'll get money for it.
Oh, I wouldn't say they're that naive. I mean, it's valuable because you're putting it in your truck and you're driving it to Utica to get cash for it.
Right.
Right? I mean, let's not say, we didn't know any better.
So one other thought is that unless something has changed, and I could be completely misunderstanding this, but every time I've taken scrap to the place I take scrap to in Utica, it's
Mohawk Valley Recycling.
Yeah, and our Empire Recycling. Empire, yeah. You have to give them an ID. And I think it's possible. I don't know. I guess the investigators or the DA's office, whoever handled this, would probably know better than I would. But couldn't you just go in and say, you mentioned one of the individuals' names.
How do you prove that was material that you received while working
versus
or that
personal,
was
right?
Just personal stuff laying around the house?
That's a good point.
And I think it becomes very difficult for police to be able to say we can prove how much village scrap. Davey, you're going to be very angry with me, but I want to go to the top. Go ahead. Okay. Thank you.
It's Friday.
You want another candy? You want another sponge candy?
Then we're going to the top.
And we're going to the top. Willie Waffle on the line right now. Willie, I'm kidding you, Davey, but take one if you'd like it. Willie, good morning, Willie Waffle.
Well, good morning. I didn't know I was the top. How did that happen?
You're going to the top. We're going to the top. So I got to tell you, on your advice, my wife and I sat down for one episode on a wonderful evening of Death by Lightning.
Death by Lightning, yeah.
And we watched all 4 episodes into the wee hours of the night and morning. And wow, that was good. And the references to Utica. Remember, Roscoe Conkling was mayor of Utica, and they portray him in a really bad way.
Well, there was a reason why.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he was let's just say he was a tough guy, and he was way ahead of his time for Utica, New York. Let's just say that. But
I was really hoping you would watch it. Yeah.
What a series. That was so good, and he is my new favorite president, by the way, Garfield.
Yeah, no, it's a great, great series. I read the book. The book is called The Destiny of the Republic. And after you've seen the show, reading the book will kind of fill in a lot of the backstory, and it gets much more into the treatment of Garfield after he was shot. Which is just fascinating in how badly it was botched in every way you could ever imagine possible. But for people who don't know, so the story is Death by Lightning. It is the rise and the death of President James Garfield, and it is a parallel story. It's the story of him, but it's also the story of his assassin, Charles Guiteau, played by Matthew McFadden, who is amazing.
Oh, he's really good in this.
Really shows how unhinged this guy was, and how he was truly struggling with a lot of mental health issues, and was a scoundrel and a cheat, and you really do get that sense, and that meteoric rise. I mean, there's a lot in that story that's true. I mean, like, it's true. Garfield did not go to seek the presidency. It was thrust upon him. He really did meet with Guiteau at the White House, because Guiteau was trying to get a job with the administration. I mean, there are so many things you go, that could have happened, and it really did.
Well, it's when you read about this, it tells you much of this is based on accurate reports of the time, and credible reports. So it's pretty historically accurate. But when you learn about Garfield, who was only around for about 6 months. Yeah, number one, he didn't have to die, and you stressed that last week when we talked about it. And it is ironic that there really was an African American doctor who was actually, he had studied up on germs and infection and cleanliness, and the older white doctor was like, "Get away from me, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me stick my hand in here. Yes, I was just out with the horses, but everything will be fine." And ultimately, he died of infection, and sepsis is what actually killed him. And the bullet never touched an actual organ. So, wow, what an incredible story. And when you start seeing the local references, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah, and when you read the book, they get into a great deal with Dr. Bliss and how badly he botched this. And it wasn't just that one African American doctor, but Garfield's personal physician was pushed aside. A family friend, female doctor, was pushed aside. I mean, Bliss was desperate to try to look like he was going to be the man who saved the president, and was shutting out everybody else who was trying to help, and everybody else who frankly had better advice and better ways to deal with it. And when you talk about Conkling is the really interesting story. Conkling is basically the political boss of New York. And like you said, he was the mayor of Utica. He was a congressman from Utica. He was a senator at the time that this whole thing happened. And it's amazing to see kind of how the political machine he was running, and really did run for years. I mean, he was really in place until, as you see in the show, he made one of the stupidest, most fatal political decisions I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, well, we won't say what it is, but you could find it if you read up on the history or about. But we have schools. We have a park named after Conkling. We have, and he is portrayed as, let's just say, a tough guy, at the very least. A tough guy you wouldn't want to mess with. A political boss. So, anyway, great advice on that, and it's one to watch. It's on HBO Max, or HBO, whatever they call it. HBO?
No, it's actually on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So chances are a lot of people have Netflix, so that'll be an easy one to watch. All right, in theaters, what do we have? Running Man and Now You See Me, Now You Don't this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want to start with The Running Man. This is the one I really enjoyed. I mean, there were two movies I enjoyed this weekend. One that was really, really horrible called Playdate. But anyways, so we have Running Man, and this is Glenn Powell. He plays a guy in this dystopian future where the chasm between the haves and the have-nots is absolutely tremendously insane and horrifying. And he's a guy who has tried to speak out against the big corporations that are ruining society and ruining his family. He's tried to unionize. He's tried to fight for worker safety. Why, oh my God, he's horrifying to these corporations. And because of it, he's desperate. He's living in the slums. He needs money to try to take care of his family, take care of his daughter. And so, the corporation that basically runs everything has these TV shows that people can go on. And, it's to kind of entertain the masses by distracting them with silliness. And he ends up qualifying for a show called The Running Man, where he has 30 days to survive with hired killers after him and incentives for people who watch the show to take him out as well. Yeah.
What do you think?
So you might remember the first one.
I do.
One with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And there's even a cute little kind of nod to Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie that I thought was really, really funny. But this is I really liked it. I liked it for a number of reasons. First of all, it's just a good action film. I mean, this is a man on the run, trying to use his wits, trying to use any physical ability he has to survive against just insurmountable odds. I love the idea that, basically he's finding out who are the good people in this society when everybody around you has a reason to sell you out, has a reason to turn on you. I love the whole story about how the corporation that runs the world is lying to everybody and how they start lying about this guy. There's this amazing kind of theme that goes through about how we as a society are really kind of split when we should be together.
Yeah.
We should be fighting the power instead of fighting each other, and you see that in this story. And there's some funny moments. There's great action. I'm at like 3 waffles. I had a really good time.
It looks riveting too. It looks like edge of your seat type of a movie.
Oh yeah. Because you expect this guy is going down at any turn, and he's probably not going to be because he's the star.
Right.
But he's got other people who are in the game as well, and you see what happens with them. You see how he tries to learn from their mistakes. It's just a very well put together story, and it looks. It looks futuristic. It really does look like how the world could truly look in 30, 40, 50 years. That part really is kind of shocking as well.
All right, so that's one to check out in theaters this weekend. And then you said you saw the one that you liked, but Playdate. Enjoyable.
No, I wouldn't say I liked it.
Okay. All right.
So this is an Amazon Prime movie, and the premise is kind of like you could tell this was like a premise where somebody knew this was going straight to cable. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get Kevin James. He plays a guy who just got laid off from his job, and so he's become a stay-at-home dad to take care of his stepson. And of course, he wants to be he wants to get along with him better. He wants to understand him. He wants to have a relationship with him. So they head off to the park one day, and that's where they meet Alan Ritchson. You guys know him. Oh God, I'm blanking on the show right now, but it's a big Amazon show.
Yeah.
And he's there with his son, and they decide they kind of hit it off. Although Alan Ritchson is kind of crazy. And you find out as the day goes on and things get crazier and crazier and crazier. And, it wants to be kind of this mix of a wacky, over-the-top comedy. It wants to be kind of this bonding story about, fathers and sons trying to get along. It wants to be a lot of things, and it's nothing except for kind of a mess. I mean, yeah, it's a big action film, but everything just feels forced in this movie. And Richardson is very, very funny. They give him all the best lines, because the guy is built like a brick house, and so they take advantage of that and the scenario to give him kind of the silliness and then the things that when they come out of his mouth they're funnier because you wouldn't expect this guy to say it.
Sure.
But I'm at 1.5 waffles because Kevin James is just along for the ride in this movie. I expected him to do so much more, and he did much less.
But worth seeing maybe if you don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't have anything else, I saw one review, and I'm going to steal the line, where somebody said it's the perfect movie to have on in the background while you're doing chores around your house.
Okay. I love it.
I was like, that's a good line.
That
man.
is.
That's
Every once in a while, you're going to stop and you'll be like, sit down and just watch a little bit of it. All right. And then I wanted to ask you, Davey, you know the movie Christie. You know that Sydney Sweeney was in town for the Boxing Hall of Fame this summer. She was the Grand Marshal of the parade. Guess who's coming to Syracuse this weekend, tonight and tomorrow, to do a meet and greet for the showing of the movie Christie? Davey, want to make a guess?
Sydney Sweeney.
No, actually, Christy Martin.
Christy Martin
will be here, which is a little different. But still, she'll be here. Dave, Willie, what do you think of the movie Christie? Have you seen it yet? Sweeney's getting ripped. She's getting ripped on this for being too pretty.
Yeah, I don't understand all the Sydney Sweeney hate. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree.
First of all, I mean, she's not a bad actress. Second of all, what has she really done to deserve all this hate other than, like you said, she's pretty.
Yeah.
And she's successful because she's pretty. And, yeah, that doesn't make us all happy. But, she's not out there, killing puppies, people.
Yeah,
I mean, she's just making movies. And this movie here is actually a decent movie. I mean, it is the story of Christy Martin, kind of this pioneering female boxer. And the story that she has of, being this fierce competitor in the ring, just ferocious, and then dealing with a horrible life outside the ring, in an abusive marriage, questioning her life, questioning where she's going, and I thought Sweeney did a really good job here.
What do you? I'm running
both sides of that.
Running out of time. What do you?
3 waffles for Christy. I think it's a good movie.
All right, so that's one to check. It's in theaters right now, and soon you'll be able to watch it at home. But she not only is she beautiful, she's perfect. I think. I could be wrong, Sweeney. All right, Willie. Thank you. Next week, you enjoy the weekend. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you next week
Stanley
about
Theater Studios. WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years.
It's not normal, but it's better. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Air travel still reduced, even though the government's back open, with another 600 flights canceled today. But Fox's Garrett Tenney reports from Chicago's O'Hare airports.
For the first time in weeks, the U.S. had no flight delays due to air traffic controller shortages. Thanks to the number of returning controllers, the Transportation Department is pausing its plans to ramp up mandatory flight reductions and will begin to gradually decrease cuts from the current 6% level as staffing improves.
Now, controllers are getting their pay now, and President Trump wants those who kept working during the shutdown to get $10,000 bonuses. TSA security workers who also stayed on the job will get the same. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says
they went above and beyond. They helped individuals. They served extra shifts.
With the shutdown over, the Trump administration's focusing on affordability, planning some tariff exemptions on food and other imports, trying to reduce prices. Vice President Vance tells Fox they want to
make sure that more people can afford a good life. They can afford to buy homes. Young people can afford to start families. And we've actually got good jobs that put people on a career trajectory to stability.
Stocks could drop again. Futures falling after the worst day for the market in a month. The Dow plunged nearly 800 points on concern about the shutdown and not just slowing the economy, but also preventing data collection on inflation and unemployment, creating uncertainty over future interest rate cuts. Zoran Mamdani has company as a newly elected socialist mayor. He won in New York City. Katie Wilson declared the winner of a very close race in Seattle.
I want universal child care and free K-8 summer care. I want world-class mass transit.
Wilson beat incumbent Mayor Bruce Harrell by about 2,000 votes. Israel has handed over the bodies of 15 Palestinians, which it does every time Hamas returns the remains of a dead hostage killed in the October 7th, 2023 terror attack that triggered the deadly destructive war in Gaza. Hamas still has to hand over 3 more bodies as part of the ceasefire agreement that ended the war. America's listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF, and see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Legal issues continue to swirl around the Trump deportation agenda. The administration's trying to delay till the end of next week a federal judge's order for hundreds of illegal immigrants detained in a much-protested ICE operation in the Chicago area be released over the way they were taken into custody. A Homeland Security spokesperson calls the judge an activist, putting American lives at risk. The government's also being sued over California's largest migrant detention center.
The ACLU lawsuit claims there's inadequate medical care, dirty housing, forced isolation, and religious freedom violations, describing sewage bubbling up from shower drains and detainees being forced to use dirty bandages to wrap open sores. Inadequate food and water and very cold temperatures also alleged at the California City facility. Homeland Security denying the allegations. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
Same old in baseball. Not only did the Dodgers win the World Series, LA's biggest star named the most valuable player again.
In just 8 seasons, Shohei Ohtani already has the second most MVPs of all time. Ohtani was named the National League MVP on Thursday for the second straight season. It's the 4th time he's won the award, second only to Barry Bonds' 7. The two-way star is the modern-day Babe Ruth, returning to pitching in 2025 after serving only as a designated hitter the season before due to elbow surgery. Ohtani had a 2.87 ERA in 47 regular season innings, while launching 55 home runs at the plate and leading the Dodgers to their second consecutive World Series. In the American League, Yankee slugger Aaron Judge won his 3rd MVP and 2nd in a row. Judge led all of baseball with a .331 batting average while hitting 53 home runs, good for 4th best in the big leagues. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
On Thursday Night Football, the New England Patriots won their 8th straight game, beating the New York Jets 27-14. Led by a rookie, Trevion Henderson scored 3 touchdowns for New England. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
A few clouds, 32 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time is 7:05. This news update is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. What's a penny worth? Price Chopper and Market 32 having what they're calling a double exchange day this weekend. The supermarket chain, which has locations across central New York, says Sunday from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m., a penny is worth 2 cents when shoppers exchange them for a Market 32 or Price Chopper gift card. That means $10 in pennies will earn you a $20 gift card redeemable toward future in-store purchases. Exchanges must be a minimum of 50 cents and cannot exceed $100. A 43-year-old man facing charges accused of breaking into an elderly person's home and attacking them. New York State Police arrested Todd Seaman of Hartwick, a 43-year-old man who was alleged to have forced his way into a 77-year-old person's home on State Route 28. The victim had to be taken to the hospital for injuries that are considered to be non-life-threatening. Troopers say Seaman is charged with burglary. He was being held at the Otsego County Correctional Facility pending his arraignment. The man accused of carrying out a horrific double homicide in Syracuse back in court. David Huff briefly appeared in front of a judge yesterday, and the defense asked for more time to consider options that he has in the case. He's accused of murdering his 11-year-old son, Jeremiah, and his 42-year-old girlfriend, Meredith Schutte, inside of his stepfather's home back in March. Huff has been offered a plea deal that would put him behind bars for at least 40 years. He is due back in court in early January. And the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign is officially underway. The Rome Red Kettle campaign looks to raise $65,000, and they are looking for volunteer bell ringers. You can contact the Rome Red Kettle, Rome Salvation Army, if you're interested in helping out. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time coming up on 7:08. Here's a look at your forecast.
Some leftover snow showers or flurries could be with us this morning, and temperatures are starting off cold, so maybe some of the back streets a little bit slick, especially into the Adirondacks. Then partly sunny, 40 this afternoon. Tonight, some clouds, even colder, 22. Teens North Country. Rain showers Saturday afternoon, milder, 47. Rain showers, snow showers on Sunday, mid-40s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX, 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, cloudy and 32 at 7:08. All right, in sports, it's a sectional championship weekend, and we have 4 teams locally who are participating in championship games. Frankfort Schuyler is in the 8-man championship. As a matter of fact, that's coming up this afternoon at 2. Also, New Hartford, Dolgeville, and Whitesboro will all play this weekend. In fact, Whitesboro and Dolgeville also play later today. Dolgeville plays Lowville at 5 at the Dome. East Syracuse Manoa against Whitesboro at 8. And then coming up on Saturday, Syracuse Institute of Technology Central takes on New Hartford. That's a 5 o'clock start if you're heading out for those games this weekend.
Really good showing for our area. Yeah.
Really good showing, and good luck to all the local teams who are participating. The Utica Comets are home for the Belleville Senators tonight. It's a 7 o'clock start. Comets will play on the road this weekend as well. The Utica Pioneers have a home-and-home series against SUNY Brockport. Utica on the road tonight. They'll come back to host Brockport at 7 o'clock tomorrow at the Adirondack Bank Center. NFL action last night. The Jets fell to the Patriots 27-14 on Thursday Night Football.
The Patriots are
8 straight.
Oh, boy.
And, Jeff, that Comets game, Joe Benson was on yesterday with us. They're honoring Jack Kane, who just recently died, $15 tickets.
Oh, that's great.
You get, pick up tickets for the game.
That is great. 7 o'clock start tonight. And obviously, as you mentioned, the discounted ticket prices. This weekend, the Giants on Sunday will take on the Green Bay Packers. The Buffalo Bills have a tough draw as they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, coming off a loss to the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. What else do I want to mention here? The Knicks' Jalen Brunson out with an ankle sprain. He's going to be evaluated on a daily basis moving forward. The Knicks will play tonight against the Heat in the NBA Cup group stage. And Syracuse basketball, Smitty plays tomorrow, a 3:30 start.
Yep, in Philadelphia against Drexel, 3:30 on the Peacock.
Peacock Network. Okay. Anything else? Pioneers, what do we say on them?
Pioneers home and home, so they're on the road tonight at Brockport. Tomorrow night they're back at the bank.
And they also have gotten off to an abnormally difficult start.
0-4. But again, a rematch of last year's championship game. They played Adrian, who I think came in ranked 10th. I guess my point is they've played 4 games against top 10 national teams. And I know they were ranked 2nd to start the season, but it's not like they're losing to these are very tough games to start the year.
Rudy says, I don't know if you've discussed this yet, but the penny issue, the Stewart stores are rounding up to give you the benefit and not using pennies. It's rounding up your payment.
I guess. So essentially, if it's 802, they're only charging you $8. It sounds
correct.
Like.
So technically, they're rounding down for your benefit. All right, Rudy in Lowville. Lance in Lee. Jeff, have you asked Caitlin Conley out to dinner yet? Let me know if you want her number. And by the way, can you see all of his comments?
Yeah.
I don't know where that's coming from. Do you want to?
I don't have no idea.
He mentions the price of scrap metal right now.
Yeah, he says, by the way, Lance, yes, I do want her number. We'd love to have her on the show.
Not for the reason you're...
Yeah. What is that?
I'm not sure that her attorney would allow her to come on yet. But, boy, we would love to get that interview.
Aluminum is 75 cents a pound. Copper is $2 a pound for scrap prices.
So some real money can be made there. I mean, you're not going to get rich, but you can put some money in your pocket. Mike this morning has a couple of comments out here. Let me bring them up for you. And when people are frustrated in their lives, this goes back to last hour, and the Gen Z love of President Trump and Mamdani. Odd, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people are frustrated in their lives, they'll be drawn to something, no matter how outrageous they feel, may change their lives for the better. Also says, wait until AI starts destroying jobs, white-collar jobs. It will be over the top. And believe me, that's one of the areas where they're going to be hit hard is white-collar. Accountants and, people like that. Their jobs are going to become very vulnerable. And an 11-month investigation for this. What did they have to do? Insert an undercover agent, install wiretaps for secret-coded messages on the scrap metal? Yeah, I don't know what took so long, but I think that Mr. Nice Guy did a wonderful job in exposing this story. That's all I'm saying.
I do agree with you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
As you said, it's taxpayer money, so...
I did not see that, Joe, but I will look for it. Donna, what album track was the first the Beatles ever performed on the Ed Sullivan Show? Somebody asked me this question, and I answered it correctly the other day. It was, I think it was A Hard Day's Night, or no, it wasn't A Hard Day's Night. But it was not I Want to Hold Your Hand. Everybody thinks it was I Want to Hold Your Hand. It was not I Want to Hold Your Hand. I guessed correctly with somebody, but I forgot what I guessed the other day, Donna. So if you want to let us know what the answer to that is, we have a free money question coming up. And, Davey, this morning it is worth how much money today, Davey?
$300.
$300 today.
I'm only mentioning this.
7:35. Micah's free money question.
I just found this interesting, and I've got to find the story. I want to reference the person correctly. This is a story out of the Hudson Valley. Okay, it deals with, what is it? Mike Lawler is the congressman down there.
Yes.
Okay, so, and this involves Caitlin Conley, kind of. Okay. Here's the interesting tie-in. The list of potential challengers for Congressman Mike Lawler's seat on Capitol Hill is getting smaller. Democrat Jessica Rainman, who is the founder of 914 Cares, is deciding against a bid to challenge Lawler. Rainman says the commitment to her campaign came at the expense of the job she loves. She's now throwing her support behind Army veteran Kate Conley, spelled C-A-I-T, which I think is short for Caitlin Conley.
Yeah.
Obviously a different person.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering out loud if she's going by Kate Conley, because if she says Caitlin, you will Google it, and that story comes up about what she was
alleged
to have done.
Yeah, interesting. Coming up, we're going to speak with Mighty John, the record guy. I got a bunch of stuff to get to. Today, it'll be 10 records worth, that you should be darn thankful for, worth over $100. And I've been to a few of the thrift shops and checked out the records, and there are some real opportunities out there. And you would be surprised at what people think is not worth something they just put out for 50 cents. It's really quite incredible. We'll get to John on that coming up in just a second. Stand by. The Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. By the way, I go on a monthly basis there, and either Dr. Zielinski or Dr. Shemaleski, and I do the osteopathic manipulation treatment, OMT, and it really checks you, gets you checked in puts you into a position where everything's flowing properly, right to even your sinuses. You're walking, your back is adjusted properly. It's a very extensive version of going to a chiropractor, and it's about 30 minutes to 40 minutes long, and it, to me, changes everything. It's at the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. Their number is 315-507-4751. They will be accepting new patients, hopefully by the end of the year, as they are looking to add 1 or 2 physicians, new medical providers there at the Falcon Clinic, the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic in Washington Mills. And River Hills Properties continues to grow in the area and in the region and beyond. It's all about service. The things they do to assist you in selling your home. You list with River Hills, and you automatically add a team of people helping you sell your home, whether that be just advice or there to assist at the inspection process, the appraisal process, all the way to the closing. What do you need to upgrade? What do you not need to put money into? Do you need to upgrade? There are many, many things, and you know your listing agent is there every time the house is shown. Offices in Barneville, Little Falls, Copenhagen, and Utica, in Newport, coming soon to Rome, and the amazing, beautiful Gulf Coast of Florida, Sarasota, Naples, Marco Island. It's River Hills Properties. They have a full team down there as well. River Hills Properties. Nobody sells homes like River Hills. Coming up, we'll speak with Mighty John, the record guy. If you have any questions, like I do, I have 3 goodies for Mighty John. 315-736-0186. We'll do it next.
All right, holiday time is coming. That means it is high crime season, but not all crime should be addressed the same way. We have statistics from the FBI, and that's 2022. Firearms is only necessary less than 1% of the time. Now, the burner launcher covers 99.99% of altercations with the firepower needed to incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. I carry one myself. I recommend every family concerned about safety and security have one as well. The Burner Compact Launcher is the smallest, less lethal launcher that is concealable anywhere. Now, it may be small, but it fires powerful kinetic rounds, tear gas, that can stop an attacker cold for up to 40 minutes with a range of 60 feet, and you can confidently and effectively de-escalate any situation without using lethal force. You don't need a background check. It's legal in all 50 states. It comes straight to your door. Go to byrna.com and get the launcher that is right for you and your family.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash to tell you about our $25,000 home improvement giveaway.
You can enter to win $25,000 in new windows, siding, bath, or doors professionally installed by New York Sash. And we'll pick the winner live at the Nexus Center this February.
Just think about all the home renovations you could do with $25,000. Gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, stunning vinyl siding, a new bath remodel, or an entry door.
One lucky homeowner in Central New York will win, so why not you? There's no purchase necessary, but you have to be in it to win it.
So enter the $25,000 home improvement giveaway today at NewYorkSash.com/win. That's NewYorkSash.com/win, or enter in person at our showroom at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
And you can be the lucky winner of the $25,000 home improvement giveaway from New York Sash at the Home Show.
Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton. Life can be tough, full of judgment and negativity, but for 30 minutes a day, you can forget all that and focus on yourself. Just like one of our members, Irene, who mentions that everyone's cheering for each other, pushing through the sweat, the tough moments, and even the stuff that feels a little sucky. Irene also mentions finding the strength, the confidence, and a real fitness family here is outstanding. Come join us, embrace the challenge, and find your fitness home at Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton.
When it comes to the ones we love, their comfort and dignity matter most. That is why Hospice and Palliative Care is here for you. When you want your loved ones' wishes to be honored, when you want them to be comfortable, safe, and secure, and when you want them to be wherever they call home, Hospice and Palliative Care is the right choice. Our team of professional doctors, nurses, social workers, and bereavement counselors are dedicated to providing compassionate care every step of the way. At Hospice, your loved one is not alone, and neither are you. We are just a phone call away, ready to support you through this journey. Choose Hospice and Palliative Care, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison County for the comfort and dignity your loved ones deserve. For more information, visit our website, hospicecareinc.org, or call us today at 315-735-6484. Hospice and Palliative Care, Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison counties.
When you need us most.
Which room is next for you? The bedroom? Your kitchen? The living room? Hi, this is Kira Meelan from Meelan's Carpet One. What's holding back that next home project? Is it budget? We have flooring choices for any budget and financing options available. Maybe it's inspiration. If so, come and talk to our experienced design team. We're here to help you get unstuck. Maybe you're putting off redoing a room because you're worried about spills and accidents. Whether it's a pet in training or a growing family, we have flooring solutions that can withstand anything life has to throw at it. We have incredibly durable tile options and 100% water-resistant carpeting that's both beautiful and practical. We have options that inspire, designers who will help bring it all together, and always a beautiful installation. To get the perfect flooring, start with the right flooring store. Visit Meelan's Carpet One on Commercial Drive East in Yorkville.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Fallon, host of Fox Across America. We're talking politics, pop culture, and comedy, minus all the rage and finger-pointing. It's real talk for real people who just want to laugh, think, maybe learn something along the way. So join the fun weekdays at noon right here on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, Central New York's home for talk that's smart, honest, and just the right amount of crazy. Fox Across America with your main man, Jimmy Fallon.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, Mike, this morning at the Falcon Clinic, their OMT will make you say OMG. That'd be a good slogan. They should use it.
They should.
I think. Mighty John, the record guy. Nobody knows more about vinyl and records than our man John. And Mighty John, good morning. Thanks so much.
Good morning, Bill.
For coming on. You know, I got to tell you, I love traveling to other areas when it comes to going to like a garage sale or a thrift shop or whatever. When you go to other areas, they seem to have different stuff. Here, we see the same stuff over and over again. You see the garage sales, right? But when you, so there's a guy who locally opened a record booth, if you will, at a thrift shop, at a local thrift shop. And his father used to be known as the king of vinyl in New York City, in the Bronx or somewhere.
Okay.
And his father had passed away, and he got all of his father's records. And there's stuff in there, like picture discs that I'd never seen. Is that stuff worth anything? And they seem to be made in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, very popular in the 80s, have picture discs. So, yeah, it all depends on the recording artist.
Yeah.
One that I came across at a yard sale not too long ago was Springsteen's Darkness on the Edge of Town picture disc, which is up to about $125.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and you never know what
it
you
all
can
depends
find.
on the collectability of the recording artist when it comes to picture discs.
All right.
Michael Jackson's Thriller picture disc can go up to about $300.
So really, you're looking at a popular artist. Like if you find something Beatles, Elvis,
Michael Jackson,
you know it's going to be worth probably something.
You know, it's funny, though, and Mighty John, I think you're going to back me up on this. Sometimes the thing that makes it so the value in it is the rarity of it. So I think maybe sometimes people would tend to keep the more popular artists where you'd have maybe some more obscure or at the time lesser known people who grew to something else. And those would probably be the biggest dollar amounts, right?
Well, rarity is a big factor, and just because you've never heard of a particular record doesn't mean it's not worth money. We put out a special price guide called Records You Should Know About. These are records nobody's ever heard of by recording artists nobody's ever heard of that are worth a lot of money. So.
Yeah, which you might just look at and throw away like this is garbage.
Are the songs things people have ever heard of, or no? The songs on them.
Yeah, the songs are generally things people have never heard of.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. These are some things I found at a thrift shop here and elsewhere over the course of the last month. Beatles, the movie albums, Beatles, Hard Day's Night, and the Elvis movie albums. Are they worth anything?
Well, each one, the Elvis ones will each have a different value depending on whatever the movie is.
Yeah.
Hard Day's Night generally should be on United Artists to be an original, and would be up to around $200.
Wow. Again, $1, $2, crazy. How about this? And this may fall into the category of I picked it up just because I figured there must be some Star Trek fan out there that would be all excited about it. Although, keep in mind, I'll never sell this stuff. So, as my wife says, it has zero value. Star Trek. This is from I think 1978, and it has the character. I was going to bring it in and I forgot. But it has the characters on the front. It's I think 1978, and it says it has new scenes you can listen to, and it's really scenes that maybe didn't make it to the TV show. Any value record-wise?
Star Trek-wise, the value is going to be to a Trekkie and not to a record collector.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And then
but Leonard Nimoy did put out 3 or 4 albums that each will sell up to about $50.
Well, his version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds might be better than the Beatles. I say that with tongue in cheek. Okay, it's horrible, by the way, as you know. And then one more. I thought this was just the coolest thing, and maybe it's garbage, but for 50 cents, I figured let's pick it up, and it's in good shape. Beach Boys, Sing Along to the Tracks. It's a Beach Boys album that is just, it's almost like karaoke before there was karaoke.
It is. It's called Stacko Tracks. I think
Stacko Tracks. That is it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's worth up to $100.
Wow. 50 cents.
Very good.
Yeah. All right.
I should go shopping with you.
That's right. We're going to get some finds here. All right. What do we have? November is a time to give thanks. And if you have something that's valuable and you don't even realize it, well, here you go. These are records worth being thankful over. And what do we have?
Well, Motown, overall, very collectible, Supremes, Temptations. But look for Mary Wells, considered the first lady of Motown. Her hit, The One Who Really Loves You, also the title of her album, up to $150. Strawberry Alarm Clock, Incense and Peppermints, the album from 1967, $200 right now. Now, little things can make a big difference in the value of a record. James Taylor had one record for Apple Records called Carolina on My Mind. But the flip side makes all the value. If on the flip side is the song Something's Wrong, maybe $20. But if on the flip side is the song Taking It In, then it's worth up to $250.
Wow.
So little things make a big difference. Beatles, 45, I'll Cry Instead. Current value with the picture sleeve up to $400, about $350 of that just for that picture sleeve. I'll Cry Instead. Jefferson Airplane, before Grace Slick was a member, had an album called Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. If you have a copy, little things again make a big difference. If the album has 11 songs, $50. But if the album has 12 songs, up to $500.
Wow.
Bobby Fuller 4, I Fought the Law, and the Law won. Original on Exeter Records, up to $500. Elvis, Everything by Elvis Worth Money, one of his last big hits, Burning Love. Again, little things. Look at the label if you have a copy of this 45. If the color of the record label is orange, $10. But if the color on the record label is gray for Elvis's Burning Love, up to $750. The 13th Floor Elevators. A lot of people have never heard of them, but they got a tremendous cult following. Psychedelic band out of the 60s. 13th Floor Elevators, their album Easter Everywhere. Stereo, up to $500. Mono, up to $1,000.
Wow.
And the big one to really be thankful for, if you're going through a bunch of old 78s, look for the blues. Robert Johnson, known as the father of Delta Blues. A song called Hellhound on My Trail, 1937. Current value up to $10,000.
Wow. And these are the things you'll find that are, and a lot of times, in really great shape. These 78 RPM records that you look at and you have no idea who the artist is, and you just cast it aside and you keep looking, and then you find out later that it could be worth $10,000. Crazy, right?
If you're going through old 78s, always look for the word blues in the title. If you find blues in the title of any old 78, pick it up.
Okay, it's worth money. And then let's see, somebody's asking about Gene Pitney. Anything, any value of Gene Pitney?
Well, tremendous artist. Most of his records are going to be on Musicor. That's the label you want to look for an original issue. His albums generally in the $40 to $50 price range.
All right.
A quick question on the album. You said that it was worth $50, but if it had the extra song on it, it was worth $500. So is that, can you remind everybody what that was, by the way?
Jefferson Airplane, the album is called Jefferson Airplane Takes Off on RCA Records.
So is that because that was a promotional copy? How is it that a version of an album's got 10 songs and this one's got 11? How does that happen?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember what that extra song is right at the top of my head now. But this, again, was before Grace Slick joined the band. I think they were getting more and more popular, and so they just added another song. It's not a reissue. It's not a promotional. It's kind of like a second issue. The $50 one would have 11. The 12 songs, 500.
It is interesting. Now, so your guide, John has a guide that you get on a thumb drive, and put it onto your computer or whatever, or take it with you. I guess you could access it by phone if you set it up that way. But it's very interesting. Like the label, it'll give you the price, and then the next line down, it'll give the price $50. Next line down, the price is $250, but the logo is in silver and not in white, or right. It's all these little things that make it rare and valuable. So I hate to say, I go to the thrift store and then spend hours at the computer looking over the songs. But you'll see people walk through these garage sales and thrift stores with their phone in hand, and they're constantly checking on their phone if they've come across something. So there are a lot of hunters out there looking to find this stuff that has value. It's pretty wild.
Well, when I started doing this, I've had the website now for almost 30 years. And when I started, it was more of a hobby. But it has turned into a big business, buying and selling vinyl records.
Yeah, it really has. Okay, I wanted to throw a trivia question out for you. Guitarist and band leader of the band The Champs died last month. He was 90 years old. His name was?
Oh, man, I don't know his name. I do know who the Champs, how they got their name, but his name I don't know.
Dave Burgess. And how did they get their name?
Oh, Dave Burgess. Well, they were named after Gene Autry's horse. The Champion was his name.
That's wild.
And they called themselves the Champs.
And then it is also very interesting. I believe there was a DJ in Cleveland. I don't know what the A side of the record was. But he didn't like the A side, and he started playing the B side, which was Tequila, and that song took off. That's what made it a hit. It never was intended to be the A side hit, and it turned out to be.
And recorded in less than 10 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. All right, it's good stuff. I love it. I hope everybody else does, because otherwise they're very bored during this segment. But I love it. All right, John. By the way, moneymusic.com is the website to check out. And what do you sell your record guide for?
The guide for the million values is $24.95. We have a big sale on right now. You want to check it out and save some money. Moneymusic.com.
All right, good stuff. We'll do it again, John. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Mighty John, the record guy. As you can tell, I'm really.
A little bit,
yeah, just a little bit.
I love your wife's line though. that record might be worth $500, but to us it's worth nothing because you're never going to sell it.
You're never going to sell it. One of the ones that's a goodie to look for too is with the Beach Boys is their Pet Sounds, which some say may be one of the greatest albums of all time. But Pet Sounds, if you find it in stereo, is worth about $20. But if you get the mono copy, it's worth $800 now. Pretty wild.
That's wild.
And you never know what you find out. It's just sitting there in a collection that the person that put it there has no idea what it really is. Pretty cool. Coming up, we'll do Hobica's free money question of the day, and it is worth $300. And we'll get to that coming right up at WIBX.
Winter's coming fast, and Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair wants to keep you rolling safely. All November long, take up to $120 off instantly when you buy 4 new Bridgestone or Firestone tires. No waiting, no mail-ins, just instant savings. Save up to $120 instantly on top brands like the Bridgestone Blizzak and Firestone Winter Force. Hurry, this instant rebate ends November 30th. Visit TallmansTire.com or stop by one of their 6 convenient locations today. See store for details. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Trust, value, and service that keeps you rolling.
Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton. Life can be tough, full of judgment and negativity, but for 30 minutes a day, you can forget all that and focus on yourself. Just like one of our members, Irene, who mentions that everyone's cheering for each other, pushing through the sweat, the tough moments, and even the stuff that feels a little sucky. Irene also mentions finding the strength, the confidence, and a real fitness family here is outstanding. Come join us, embrace the challenge, and find your fitness home at Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising. higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Some firsts you'd like to leave in the rearview mirror. Other firsts are life-changing. 90 years ago, Nokian tires changed driving with our first, the invention of the winter tire. Today, we're still the leader in winter driving with more than 100 patents and 200 days of testing in the Arctic every year. Winter is our first love. Make winter safety your first priority. Nokian tires. First things first. Visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tolmanstire.com.
Brought to you by Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tolmanstire.com.
Cloudy skies, 34 degrees. Good morning, I'm Jeff Manaske. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is applauding TSA workers for their patriotism during the nation's longest government shutdown, even handing out $10,000 checks to agents who worked without pay. She says their dedication kept airports running as flight reductions mounted due to staffing shortages. With the shutdown now over, the FAA has frozen further flight cuts after President Trump signed the deal to reopen the government last night. The BBC will apologize to Donald Trump for editing a documentary about him, but does not plan to pay him. Earlier this week, Trump's lawyer threatened to file a $1 billion lawsuit against the British Broadcasting Corporation for a Trump documentary it aired last year that allegedly had misleading editing. The lawyer demanding an apology, a retraction, and damages that appropriately compensate the president. Meanwhile, the Trump administration reopening millions of acres on Alaska's North Slope to oil drilling, reversing a Biden-era decision that restricted development on 13 million acres of National Petroleum Reserve. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum says rescinding the 2024 rule follows President Trump's directive to unlock Alaska's energy potential. The Biden administration had limited drilling to protect the environment. Childhood hypertension is rising fast, with a new study showing rates have nearly doubled since the year 2000. Researchers in China say about 6% of kids and teens had high blood pressure in 2020, driven largely by obesity and diets high in sodium and processed foods. And Bill, we gave a rundown of the local high school teams competing for championships, the football teams going on tonight and tomorrow at the Dome in Syracuse. Well, the defending national champion and number 2 ranked Mohawk Valley Community College men's soccer team continues its pursuit of back-to-back titles. They won on Wednesday 7-0. They will continue their quest. The Hawks now advance to the National Final Four. They'll face Bergen Community College today at 6:30, and that semifinal matchup will take place at Herkimer College. It'll also be streamed on the NJCAA network. So go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Pretty cool.
Cloudy skies, 34 degrees. Here's a look at your forecast.
Some leftover snow showers or flurries could be with us this morning, and temperatures are starting off cold, so maybe some of the back streets a little bit slick, especially into the Adirondacks. Then partly sunny, 40 this afternoon. Tonight, some clouds, even colder, 22. Teens North Country. Rain showers Saturday afternoon, milder, 47. Rain showers, snow showers on Sunday, mid-40s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX, 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
We have cloudy skies and 34 degrees at 7:41.
All right, let's do Hobica's free money question of the day. It's worth, Davey, $300. $300.
What are you praying in there?
He's
you okay?
He's trying to come up with a number.
Yeah, coming up with a number.
Yeah, It's not that easy. I mean, every day you have to sit there and decide what number caller should call in.
Well, Jeff,
I mean, you have the winning abilities,
the formula,
and the winning formula for all of these people in your hands.
Well, Jeff on Tuesday gave me number 11, and I was sitting in your seat, and I was running with like a kid without trying to catch the ice cream truck.
We came back to Smitty after we did the contest, and he was like...
He was not happy. He told me he was not happy about it. You want to go with number 11?
No.
No, that'd be way too hard.
No.
What number do you want to go with?
Caller.
How about 7 for the Mohawk Valley Community College men's soccer team winning 7-0 on Wednesday as they continued their quest for back-to-back titles?
I was going to go with number 3 for Aaron Judge, but I'll go with 7.
7.
Sorry.
I'd like to hear you don't believe Aaron Judge should have won the American League MVP.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that.
I don't.
You're surprised at his opinion?
I'm surprised that he won.
Well, I have to give Smitty credit here because Cal Raleigh, as Davey mentioned, had like the most incredible season.
We are going with number 7, right? We are going with 7. Okay. Right now, 315-736-0186.
He was a catcher. He hit 60 home runs, drove in 125 on a Seattle team I think that some would say overachieved. They were close to, again, this is the postseason part of it. My point is this. They were a good team. He was a key cog in that offense, and I know they almost went to the World Series, and it's a regular season award, not a postseason award. My point being, it's not like they were a fourth team that was 10 games under 500.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't like a very good player on a meaningless team, like a Mike Trout, for instance, who always has a great year, but the team's never close to the top. His performance was vital in their success, and I always think that's part of having an MVP campaign. I'm done.
Listen, I got to say, Soto was in the running for he wasn't going to get it, but he was in the top 3, I believe, or 4 in the National League MVP.
Well, he did win.
He actually had a really good year.
He did, but he did win the award. I don't know if we've reported on this yet, but I saw it in advanced look at the numbers. The votes are in. Soto won the award for the most meaningless home runs.
Okay. Down 7, most meaningless celebrations.
You're down 7-1 in the 8th. He'll give you a solo shot.
We'll do Hobica's free money question coming right up. Wrap up the year with extra cheer and extra savings at GPO Federal Credit Union. Drive into the new year with an auto loan as low as 4.24% APR for 60 months on 2022 to 2026 models with checking and direct deposit. Or grow your savings with their 14-month term share certificate special at 4% APY. Need a little extra for the holidays or winter home upgrades? Their holiday loan and warm home loan are both as low as 5.99% APR for 12 months. Visit gpofcu.com or your nearest branch and wrap up the year in savings only at GPO. Your journey, their commitment. GPO Federal Credit Union, committed to excellence. Membership eligibility required. NCUA insured. Rates based on credit. Restrictions apply. Offer ends December 31st. Again, go to gpofcu.com. We'll do the question next. It'll be Bob, I believe, in Whitesboro. Coming right up at WIBX.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA. Plus, get an upgrade to triple pane windows for free. Minimum 3-window purchase. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 and get the triple pane upgrade free. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Mattress Express's legendary Thanksgiving night sale is on 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thanksgiving night only. Take your pick. A $1,500 prepaid Visa card, a massage chair, or a 100-inch TV. Thanksgiving night only. All staff working voluntarily.
I don't serve for the recognition. I serve the flag. The red, white, and blue, that means everything to me. And when I fly it, I know it stands for something real. My name is Megan Terry, and I serve in the U.S. Army, which is why I choose Collins flags. Because every Collins American and military flag is made here in the USA, stitched with pride and built to last. And they support veterans like me, because they know what these flags really mean. So if you love our service members and our country like I do, fly a flag that honors them and supports American jobs. Visit collinsflags.com today. American made, proudly waved.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, it's time for Hobica's free money question of the day. Each day we do this. give somebody an opportunity to win money. And we're talking about $300 here this morning. And Bob is in Whitesboro. This comes from the Hobeika law firm. Joseph and Andrew Hobeika, for your legal needs, reach out at 315-724-1600. And Bob is in Whitesboro. Hello, Robert. Good morning.
Morning, everyone. How are we doing?
Good. You ready to go here?
I am ready.
This comes from the category, we just talked about this. We just mentioned his name. Okay? That's the category. It's an official category here. We just mentioned his name. So here we go. Here's your question. You'll have 7 seconds to answer. And it is, this artist just mentioned died at the age of 23 in his car. Cause of death, gasoline consumption. Who was he? Ready, go.
Willie Spence.
Was it? What was that again? Willie Spence.
Willie Spence.
I don't know him necessarily, but Bobby Fuller was 23 years old. He fought the law. The law won, and he died in his car of not only fumes but also literally drank gasoline, according to the autopsy. Of course, the legendary song that you probably even would recognize, like right here. It sounded a little bit like. That's not going to play for me. Of course not. Nonetheless, Bobby Fuller and the Bobby Fuller 4 was the name of the band. All right, we're going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card. Good at the Comets games, Pioneers, Aquavino, Taylor and the Cook, Babes, and the list goes on. Stand by. Davey is going to hook you up, Bob. All right?
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks so much. In studio right now is Frank Miola, who... you remember Bobby Fuller?
Not personally, but I remember the song.
Right.
I remember the song.
Yeah.
Want to try to sing it?
It's a little, you could do...
I fought the law and the law won.
I fought the law and the
law won.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There's your plug.
You got it. Okay, it's playing over here, but not where I want it to play. All right, congratulations on your win.
Much.
The new comptroller, comptroller-elect for the city of Utica is Frank Miola, and he's in studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
Good morning, Davey, and he was in the back over there.
So I don't know if your ears were ringing, but on the day after election, I said, people shouldn't be so surprised. It was a tight race between you and Mr. Sermonaro. But on the Democratic side, you remind me of one of the old-fashioned Democrats, like Roscoe Conkling.
Yeah, I read a book. He's got a book. Yeah, I read that book.
It's interesting.
It's a very good book.
But you kind of have the ability to get votes out. I've always felt, whether it's for yourself or for another party member, you have that ability.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you. We worked hard, door to door.
Yeah.
Same things we do every year. And I just like to thank all the voters out there for giving me the opportunity to represent them in their financial future for the city of Utica.
Were you surprised?
Well, yeah, to be honest with you. I didn't think that, I was that popular out there, but I really was surprised after. Mike has a lot of history and knows a lot of people in the city of Utica. But
and he's been comptroller before. He's been working in the office.
Yeah. I was sitting home. I didn't think I won, to be honest with you. So when the numbers came in, my jaw dropped, and my lady said, "Hey, you won." I said, "Okay, let's go."
Here we go.
Yes.
And by the way, would you have any interest in hiring Mike Sermonaro?
I don't know. We'll see. Of course, he's still got his job of the golf course. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not hiring for that.
Right. That's not.
He's got his job. What?
At the golf course.
Oh, at the golf course.
Yes.
So
which, by the way, we were there for dinner last night, and
it's gorgeous what they did.
It is unbelievable, and the food is so good, and
I can't wait to visit that place.
It's really, really good, and I think it's going to be spectacular. When the bar opens, there's another bar near there which will be open for golfers and that sort of thing. When it opens up in the summertime, it's going to be pretty spectacular.
A lot of draw for the people. They should be very proud of that location.
No doubt about it. It looks really, really good. So, all right. What will when you really went on the offensive when it comes to you don't need to consistently go back to the taxpayers for money. However, sometimes you kind of have to.
Yeah, if there's no other resort, yes, that's your last resort.
Yeah.
But in the past, we always found revenue generators, just like the mayor's, seeing now. He's implementing a bed tax, and those things have to be implemented every year to offset the next year's any type of possible tax increase for property tax increase for next year. You have to look for ways for economic development, more sales tax to our coffers, offset property tax increases for next year. It's something that we normally did for years, and I'm going to really turn up the volume when
You're still
when
in the mode of I don't know if I'm going to get this.
Yeah, I'm in that mode yet. But when I take the office, I'm going to work very hard for the city taxpayers.
Will you obviously you're not an accountant.
Well, I do have a degree in college degree in accounting and business
okay,
law.
all
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And if I recall during the campaign, when friends need to figure out how to make money, they come to you.
Yes, I do help them. Everybody's got their financial walls. So I just tell them different ways, options that you can get to the goals that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Either investment or even the young kids when they want to buy a car. How can I get a car? I'm dying. I want a car. I said, well, that's unusual. Usually kids nowadays don't want to get their license until they're 23.
It is interesting. That is an interesting change.
Yes.
Weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at 16.
The first.
We were
right?
driving.
Oh.
How much? I don't know. You guys, same thing. Give me the car. 16 years old.
Yeah.
Give me a driver. Can I drive at night?
Could not wait.
Yes.
Right. We couldn't
absolutely.
wait. Today it's different. It really is weird. And so, who will be in that department? Will you bring a CPA in? Will you bring?
Well, the department has, of course, very good people in there now. I don't know what the department needs. I would have to go in there but
so you've not been able to get in and meet people.
I did meet everybody. Yes.
You did, okay.
Bill Morehouse showed me the whole place and showed me the operations. But before I might want to make any changes, if there's going to be any changes, I have to learn everybody's job.
Yeah.
I have to find out what their job duties are and find out what they're accomplishing, and go from there. So
This the talk about new revenue streams. I get that. Where do you see opportunity there?
There's opportunity, of course, with the Mayor Galimi's bed tax. There's also other revenue generators that he was speaking about working on for investments that we talked about before, with getting money in early for the city coffers and then investing that to offset whatever interest we're earning on the investment, offsets the cost of doing business in city government. And we were chatting about a few other items that possibly on the pressure cooker.
Have you met with the mayor?
Oh, yes, of course. We spent about an hour together.
Okay.
Earlier.
And that was a positive?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. I want to make sure that the city moves forward in the best interest of the taxpayers. Absolutely.
Okay. And I think we talked to Mike Galimi last week or earlier this week, and he was talking about, working with, I don't know if he mentioned you specifically, but he said basically, regardless of party affiliation, he wanted to work with anybody to help move the city forward. So
yeah, and I think the council is going to be a very, very important part in working together, and see if I can make sure they stay together throughout the whole year. Absolutely.
Were you surprised by it seemed to be a Democratic run
swing? Yes.
Throughout the country, but certainly here. Were you surprised by that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't know if what was out there actually changed or what was going on out there. And we don't know the outcome unless you see the votes.
Yeah.
Then you know what people are thinking. Then you know what people want outside.
Do you agree that one of the things that's one of the mistakes that municipalities often make, school districts can make as well, is you continuously try to come back with that 0% increase year after year, and then all of a sudden something happens and you're caught flat-footed. Whereas if you could do incremental increases from time to time when you're anticipating the need, you don't end up with a double-digit tax increase proposal. Your thoughts on
Absolutely. Forecasting the future and expenses is something that the administration is a need for every administration and municipality. For example, if you know that your health insurance is going to go up a certain amount in the 5th year, how are we going to get there? Where's the money going to come from? And it's about planning. It's just like we do at our homes. If National Grid's telling you, hey, listen, guys, it's going to go up 4%, in 6 months, at least you have a chance to plan to get to that number. Yes, of course. Planning is very important. But like I said, that time for planning, we can also look for more revenue generators to get us there instead of going to the tax.
Some things you can't plan.
Right. Some things are immediately, like the state comes down on.
The state, federal government changes that seem to be putting pressure on states. And so some things you can kind of predict, but some things just can't be. So you got to be.
Some things are immediate. That's why we have the reserves. Thank God for that.
Right.
Thank God for those.
Lance and Lee, my man Frank, please ask if he feels the election results are a referendum on Galimi's administration.
Well, that's up to the people, I guess. That's their choice on it. I did hear door to door that they expected more out of Mike. Some of the people said that, and I do believe that in the next 2 years, he's going to turn up the volume, and it's going to be a different ballgame. So I have faith.
It is not easy to propose a high tax increase.
No, I don't think any politician wants to do that.
Yeah.
No.
And I know that the council kind of beat that number down a little bit, but still, at the end of the day, there needed to be an increase.
Well, actually, that leads me to the story about Joe Bica.
Okay.
You have a couple minutes
to... Yeah.
Well, you said about the council having the powers. All right. I think it was 2008. The council had no powers, none whatsoever, to cut the budget down. So there's 3 ways of doing it. 1 is petition, 2 is local law, and 3 is charter revision commission. Now, in a charter revision, the local law, I tried to do it, but the council back then didn't want the responsibility. Give it to the mayor. The mayor wants to raise taxes, let him be the bad guy. I said, no, but come on, we got it. No, they didn't want to do it. So I said, okay. So now, last resort was the charter revision commission. Now, in a charter revision commission, there's 11 people, 5 appointed by the council, 6 appointed by the mayor. So the odds are against me to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going back and forth, and during the Charter Revision Commission, we have to go through the whole charter. So we're discussing budgetary powers for the council. And Joe Habica was there, and he's hammering me with all these questions. What happens if this happens? Joe.
That's Joe.
What happens if this happens? Think about this. What is your question, Frank? And he was hitting me with all these questions. So at the end of about a week of going back and forth on this item, we're going around the table for the votes. Okay. Now don't forget, 6 appointed by the mayor, 5 appointed by the council.
You have 30 seconds. I hate to do this to you.
Okay. So what happened was at the end of the call, I went to Joe Habica, and Joe Habica said yes, he wants to put it on the ballot. I went, huh? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I said,
You
Joe,
had convinced him.
Yeah, and he says, Frank, your argument was so compelling, I can't say no, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to lobby against you out there, but I'm going to tell you the people should vote for it. And that, to me, changed my whole perception.
That's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I hope you'll come back.
Yes, my pleasure. My privilege. Thank you.
Frank Meal.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
It's a Make America Affordable Again agenda. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Now that the government shutdown is over, Vice President Vance tells Fox's Hannity.
I know that there are a lot of people out there, Sean, who are saying things are expensive. And we have to remember they're expensive because we inherited this terrible inflation crisis from the Biden administration.
Yesterday, the White House announced the removal of tariffs on certain imports out of El Salvador, Argentina, Ecuador, and Guatemala as part of framework agreements aimed to lower the prices of goods, including bananas, coffee, and cocoa. The expectation is that retailers will pass on the cost savings to consumers.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House. The shutdown cost the economy an estimated $90 billion, slowed growth, and stopped inflation and unemployment data collection, leading to uncertainty about future interest rate cuts, prompting the biggest sell-off on Wall Street in a month, and Dow futures down another 200 points this morning. Air travel isn't back to normal yet, but Fox Business Network's Grady Trimble reports from Reagan National in D.C.
Air traffic controllers are coming back to work in large numbers. The flight mandated cuts are still in place at 6% at 40 major airports across the country, including this one. But the good news is that there are fewer delays and cancellations so far today than there have been in about a week or so. We're looking at around 500 flights delayed, around 600 of them canceled.
There are fresh casualties of war in Ukraine's capital. Another Russian barrage of drones and missiles hit Kyiv, doing damage, starting fires, killing 5 people, wounding at least 34, as Ukraine deals with a $100 million corruption scandal.
One of 7 charged suspects, a former business partner of Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. It was Zelensky last summer who, in the middle of this investigation, tried to weaken the anti-corruption bodies, worried Ukraine could be falling back to past corrupt ways. And it comes when Kyiv depends on billions of dollars of support from foreign countries in its fight with Russia. Its reputation is critical.
That's Fox's Greg Palcott. America's listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF, and see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
We're sorry. Don't sue us. That's the message President Trump got from Britain.
The BBC apologized to President Trump, but says there is no basis for a defamation lawsuit over an edit of President Trump's speech on January 6, 2021, before rioters breached the U.S. Capitol. The British broadcaster says its chairman sent a personal letter to the White House expressing remorse for how the speech was edited in a documentary, and says the BBC will not rebroadcast the episode of Panorama. Lawyers for President Trump demanded an apology and are threatening a $1 billion lawsuit. 2 BBC executives, including the broadcaster's news chief, resigned Sunday, saying the scandal was damaging the BBC. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
First Lady Melania Trump joined the president as he signed an executive order designed to help young Americans transition from being foster care children.
The ability to secure an entry-level job position and, in turn, financial independence.
Well, you'll be very financially independent if you hit the Mega Millions jackpot tonight. $965 million, the 14th biggest U.S. lottery prize ever. On Thursday Night Football, the Patriots won their 8th straight game, beating the New York Jets 27-14.
Travion Henderson did most of the scoring for New England, finding the end zone twice on the ground and once through the air.
2nd and 5. Pump fake, throws, open, caught, touchdown. The hat trick for Henderson.
That was courtesy of Prime Video as the Patriots improved to 9-2 and remain in first place in the AFC East. For the Jets, they had their 2-game winning streak snapped. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
In baseball, just like last year, after the Dodgers won the World Series, LA's biggest star, Shohei Ohtani, voted the National League Most Valuable Player. It's his 4th career MVP award in just 8 seasons. Also, for the 2nd year in a row, New York Yankees slugger Aaron Judge is the AL MVP. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Mostly cloudy skies, 34 degrees. Good morning, I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 8:05. This news update is brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Checking in on those pennies, Price Chopper and Market 32 having what they are calling a double exchange day this weekend. The supermarket chain says on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., a penny is worth 2 cents when shoppers exchange them for a Market 32 or Price Chopper gift card. That means that $10 in pennies is a $20 gift card redeemable toward future in-store purchases. Exchanges must be a minimum of 50 cents and cannot exceed $100. A 43-year-old Hartwick man facing an allegation of burglary after he was allegedly forcing his way into an elderly person's home on Route 28. New York State Police say it happened in the village of Schuyler Lake. Todd Seaman is accused of forcing his way into a 77-year-old's home and attacking the person who lived there. The victim had to be taken to the hospital but is expected to survive. Seaman has been charged with burglary. He was being held in the Otsego County Correctional Facility pending arraignment. The Rome Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign is officially underway. They kicked it off with the help of some music. In fact, it was the Salvation Army's Army Corps Army Empire Brass Ensemble, The goal for this year's campaign is $65,000, and they are looking for volunteer bell ringers. Just contact the Rome Salvation Army if you are interested. And our man Smitty is hitting the road, as I expect many will be doing tonight. Those wrestling fans, of course, the stars of the WWE, are in the Capital Region tonight as a live edition of WWE SmackDown will air from the MVP Arena in downtown Albany. Smitty, this is going to be right on TV.
Yeah, USA.
8 o'clock on the USA Network. You might see our man, Uncle Smitty.
It all depends on how I feel, if I'm going to go.
You've been a little under the weather.
Yeah,
I know that.
Like I said, the tickets were given to me for a friend, so it's not my loss if I don't go, you know? If not, I'll just sit at home and watch it.
Joey, is it Jay Uso?
Yep.
LA Knight?
LA Knight, yeah.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
The Miz and WWE champion Cody Rhodes. Seats are still available. And you might see Smitty on TV tonight. We'll see.
Jey Uso, you know what his famous saying is?
I have no idea.
Eat.
Eat.
Eat. Eat.
Heat or eat?
Eat. Eat. Eat.
Yeet?
Eat.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's a wrestling thing. You need to find out. Watch it tonight if you get a chance.
WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 8:08. Here's a look at a warmer weekend forecast.
Some leftover snow showers or flurries could be with us this morning, and temperatures are starting off cold, so maybe some of the back streets a little bit slick, especially into the Adirondacks. Then partly sunny, 40 this afternoon. Tonight, some clouds, even colder, 22. Teens North Country. Rain showers Saturday afternoon, milder, 47. Rain showers, snow showers on Sunday, mid-40s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX, 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy skies and 34 degrees at 8:09. All right, from the IBEW 43 local sports desk, it's sectional championship weekend in high school football. Frankfort Schuyler, that's a punchline there. Frankfort Schuyler, New Hartford, Whitesboro, and Dolgeville are all playing this weekend. As a matter of fact, Frankfort Schuyler in the 8-man championship, they'll play at 2:30 today. Coming up at 5 o'clock, it's Lowville and Dolgeville. And then Whitesboro at 8 o'clock as they play for the Class A Section 3 title.
I'm so glad that you say Dolgeville.
Yeah, it's not Dodgeville.
You're
or Clinton?
You're gonna see Clinton. Everybody. I mean, everybody's guilty of that. I don't want to say everybody. Clinton. But I gotta say the number. It's gonna be on TV. It's gonna be everywhere. People saying Dodgeville. There's an L in there. It's like calling it dodgeball. Yeah, we're going on playing dodgeball. No, there's no L there. It's dodgeball. And there is an L in Dolgeville.
New Hartford. You're welcome. Thank you for commending me for that.
You mispronounced New Hartford. It's pronounced New Hartford.
New Hartford plays for their Section 3 title tomorrow. It's a 5 o'clock start, also at the JMA Wireless Dome. Their opponent is Syracuse Institute of Technology Central. Well, the defending national champion and number 2 ranked Mohawk Valley Community College men's soccer team continues its pursuit of back-to-back titles. The Hawks won 7-0 on Wednesday. They're now in the National Final Four. They'll play Bergen Community College tonight at 6:30, and that'll be at Herkimer College and also streamed live on the NJCAA network. Utica Comets are home for the Belleville Senators tonight, a 7 o'clock start, and a special promotion as they honor the captain, Jack Kane. $15 tickets for tonight's contest. The Utica Pioneers are playing a home-and-home with SUNY Brockport. They're in Brockport tonight. They'll come to Utica tomorrow, a 7 o'clock Saturday night game as the Pioneers look for their first victory of the season. Thursday night football last night, the Patriots won their 8th straight. 27-14 was the final over the New York Jets. I could keep going if you'd like.
No, I mean, if you...
Bills and Bucks on Sunday. Giants host the Packers
you
Sunday afternoon.
The local stuff, the Comets and Pioneers and all that. I think we got everything covered. Did you cover pickleball? Pickleball?
I
Got it
did
in?
not. There's a
Oh,
pickleball.
boy.
No, I don't know anything about
Pickleball.
any pickleball tournaments this weekend.
Listen.
Do you care that Cardi B and Stefan Diggs had a kid? I could include that if you want.
I now dislike Stefan Diggs. He's all over the field. He's catching the ball.
Oh.
Where was that in Buffalo? He's not interfering. He's not getting into the quarterback's head. Where was that in Buffalo?
Mm-hmm.
He
had it early.
He's a team guy. He's a big team guy now. Everything's about the team. We're here to help. We are team. We're a team player. Where was that in Buffalo?
Throw me the damn ball.
Yeah, that's what it was. Getting mad because he wasn't getting the ball. Mike, it feels like the Patriots have to be the fastest NFL team to be able to rebuild their team after the departure of Brady and their Super Bowl wins.
You know what, though? I think it's been longer than you think. When did Brady? I think it's like 6 or 8 years.
We're coming up. Yeah, it would be because this it probably goes back to 2017. When did Brady leave?
2020.
2020 Brady left. Well, but he was in Tampa Bay.
Brady officially announced he was leaving the Patriots on March 17th of 2020.
Wow.
So he played the 2020 season. He did not play with them. So 2019 was his last year. So it's only been 5 years.
I thought it was longer than that.
Me too.
Yeah. We'll get to it all. Scott is coming up. He's going to make his predictions. We had a terrible, terrible mishap. I hit the button twice here. For some reason, our rim shot disappeared, and I went searching for it.
Don't double
tap. So I
tap.
put in rim. Now we have everything is high tech here. Okay, this is the console we have is touchscreen. God forbid I get too close to it or breathe too much on it or something. It fires, and we have commercials playing, cuts our mics off. It's all just craziness, but it is high tech. So inside here, we probably have units of audio. I don't know, 100,000. It's just, to go looking for something is not easy. There is a search engine, and I put in rim shot. We lost because without the rim shot, I can't have Scott on. Rim shot. Okay, I went searching. RIMSHOT. No space. Nothing. I searched SFX for sound effects. Nothing. Davey, you were searching too. I searched rim space shot. Nothing came up. And like what? When somebody put this in, what would they have titled it? What title would they have given to this thing?
Well, I'm not going to name the person. We both know who it was.
Okay, so I went with dumb. Like dumb. DUM. Nothing came up. So I'm like, what else could it be? Could it be BUH? But I'm bum. BUH. Nothing.
You're phonetically
Nothing. I am
searching.
phonetically searching for this thing.
But I'm bum.
Okay, nothing came up. So I'm like, well, maybe they spelled it BA, not BUH. So I go
Oh my gosh.
DUM, and this is what came up.
It's in there as labeled Badums.
SFX.
I get where she was going with that.
Yeah.
It
would be the sound of a symbol would be not.
I got there though.
But that's what you have to do when somebody types something. Oh, you have a search engine, you can find anything. 100,000 clips in there, you can find it. Yeah, if you know what the person called it.
If you understand,
you have to get into their brain.
Yeah, their cataloging system and how they perceive something.
I'm drum. I'm doing comedy. Boom. I'm doing everything I could possibly think of. I never really thought till the end, just moments ago. Badum.
I see it on the screen, and without you talking about it, I wouldn't have any idea what that is. But
well, I can't have Scott on without that. It ruins the whole segment.
Scott tells a joke. Lightning.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, Scott tells an extremely funny joke. You know how they are, and this comes up.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Well,
No!
Actually, That one might work.
That's after he got done drinking the Village of Ilion water.
Yes, it could be.
I have to tell you, a couple weeks ago, I made the comment off air, and I love you, Scott, but I said if Scott says something today, I bet Scott doesn't say something funny today, or the Lord may strike me dead.
Yes.
And then you hit the lightning bolt. I started looking up at the ceiling. I didn't know what was going on here because he had a couple good ones that day.
Mazda's More to Move You sales event is back at Steep Pawnee Mazda. Save on a new Mazda lease or enjoy 1.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-70s, 90s, CX-5s, and CX-50s. With 0.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-5s and CX-50 turbo models and 2.9% APR on new 2025 Mazda CX-30s. See Rick or anybody at the dealership for details. You know, I hit a deer with a brand new vehicle.
Sorry.
Did a ton of damage. And the people at Steep Pawnee Mazda from there and all the way down, my vehicle was actually worked on in Herkimer at Steep Pawnee Chevy. And John Wellington and the crew down there did a tremendous job. You would not know there was anything done. And you listen, you do front end damage to a car today, the sensors, the cameras, there's just so much there. Electronics. They just did a wonderful job. So Steep Pawnee Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Stand by. Scott is coming up in a flash on WIBX.
In life, we're often faced with difficult decisions. When it comes to caring for our loved one, the choice can be overwhelming. But amidst the uncertainties, there's one decision that stands out as an act of profound love and gratitude: choosing hospice care. Hospice care isn't just about medical support. It's about honoring the journey of those who've given their all to their families. It's about providing comfort, dignity, and peace in their final days, surrounded by loved ones. Choosing hospice is a way to give back to someone who has selflessly given their life to others. At Hospice and Palliative Care, we understand the weight of this choice. Our compassionate team is here to guide you through every step of the journey, providing personalized care that respects the individuality and dignity of your loved one. When it's time to say goodbye, choose Hospice Care. Choose love. Choose Hospice and Palliative Care, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison counties. Visit our website, hospicecareinc.org, or call 315-735-6484.
When you need us most.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Need a little extra cash for Christmas? Bring your 14 or 18 karat gold jewelry and sterling silver to the Potting Shed Antiques in Whitesboro. They're buying now. Turn your unwanted gold and silver into instant holiday money. While you're there, explore their amazing collection: furniture, collectibles, pottery, coins, decorative items, and so much more. Find something special or make a little extra this season at the Potting Shed Antiques, 52 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, online at thepottingshedantiques.com.
Scott, November is a special month here at New York Sash.
Yeah, it's your birthday.
Well, yes, but it's also when we focus on giving back to our veterans.
That's right. New York Sash supports our veterans all year long with our Shower for a Soldier bath makeover giveaway and our veterans discount of 22% off every product.
But this November, we're going even further with Projects for a Purpose.
For every scheduled appointment in our showroom, we'll donate $50 to feed our vets.
So when you stop in for your next home improvement project,
it's the kind of project that truly has a purpose.
And everyone can take advantage of that 22% veterans discount. You don't have to be a vet to show your support.
So stop into the New York Sash Idea and Design Center showroom on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. See all of our products on display, get your questions answered, and schedule your free in-home, no-pressure price quote.
I don't serve for the recognition. I serve the flag. The red, white, and blue, that means everything to me. And when I fly it, I know it stands for something real. My name is Megan Terry, and I serve in the U.S. Army, which is why I choose Collins flags. Because every Collins American and military flag is made here in the USA, stitched with pride and built to last. And they support veterans like me, because they know what these flags really mean. So if you love our service members and our country like I do, fly a flag that honors them and supports American jobs. Visit collinsflags.com today. American made, proudly waved.
Looking for a place filled with history, adventure, and community spirit? You'll find it all in Herkimer County. From scenic views in the Adirondacks to outdoor fun, unique shops, and festivals that bring our towns and villages to life. There's something for everyone. For a complete list of events and experiences, visit herkimercountyny.gov/events. Herkimer County, where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It's all happening here.
Hey, Central New York, this is Will Kane of The Will Kane Show, and you can now hear my show every weekday at WIBX. I do things a little differently when I'm behind the microphone because I turn it over to the listeners to learn and really dig into the issues that impact everyday Americans. The Will Kane Show lets you keep ahead of the headlines and understand what's really going on in the world with in-depth discussions from leading experts and the brightest minds. From politics to sports, nothing is off topic. Listen to The Will Kane Show weekdays at 6, only on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, good morning, and it is Friday. I do like my Fridays. Kathy, stand by. We're going to get right to you, but right now it's Scott in Kirkville. On the line, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the man with the plan. He is able to bet like... I don't know why this is playing, Davey. Hold on, Davey. I got 9 things playing at once. Okay, it stopped now. He is able to bet like nobody else and pull off huge numbers like nobody. Here he is, the one and only Scott in Kirkville. Good morning.
What an introduction, this high-tech stuff. I just got my little flip phone here that's still working, so that's pretty good. So.
Well, you may be better off with that, I'm telling you, because...
I am. Davey was out. Producer Davey was out with a smartphone. He had no service, and I still have mine. So it was incredible how there. Actually, I'm outside my mobile soundproof studio. I'm actually at the Colonial Laundromat in Bridgeport, checking out to see if I put them in rotation for the Colonial Laundromat Wash and Wear comedy tour. It's good size here. Yeah. A lot of standing room only, especially around the folding tables and stuff.
I think I'm going right back to the lightning strike, to be honest.
It's funny, when I was in Trumansburg, Ryan Noble's big up there. They actually like Ryan Noble jokes, and they actually got a thing called the Ryan Noble load when you put it in washers. Sometimes you put too much clothes on one side, and when it comes to spin dry, it sounds like an airplane taking off.
Yeah.
But when somebody puts a lot of wash on the left-hand side, they call it the Ryan Noble load. So
okay, all right,
yeah.
All right.
Shut up.
I don't know why this is happening. I keep hitting the buttons, and that's what comes up.
Isn't it funny? I was talking about the water problem in Ilion, and I understand they had a little break there again, so they just can't.
So where did you get that from? The water problem in Ilion?
Oh, I tell you, I still got people that I used to live down there.
Oh, okay. So there's it's been a serious problem in Ilion.
I listen to you guys, and I've heard the mayor on a couple of times, and people as far as Charlotte were calling in saying that they bring their own water when they come and visit.
Well, listen, it's I used to live there, and we never had a problem. But when I moved shortly thereafter, they got hit with some very, very bad water problems. So, but I believe they're clearing it up. That's what they're saying.
Oh, that's good.
They're getting things cleaned up.
They had a bad summer with the potholes. In fact, they had that big billboard coming off 5S says "Welcome Ilion," where the rubber meets the potholes.
Okay.
And
alrighty. And then I just can't help but explosions, lightning, they're coming at you.
Well, at least they tried to make the best of it. They were filling water in these potholes and putting diving boards at the end. So
that is true.
Trying to make swimming pools and stuff.
That's the main street diving board. Good fun.
But I gotta give them credit. Maybe you should get credit for it. But Jane the Barber's road that looked like Pothole City was actually filled. So they actually helped out Jane the Barber in Ilion. So.
And you have been getting your haircut with her for many years, right?
44 years, I tell you.
Yeah.
And and Cuomo tried to stop me during the pandemic, and we went to great lengths. I had to go out and get a brown outfit and paint a van brown and put UPS on it. That sneak and look like I'm delivering a package, so I can go in and get my haircut. So
yeah, and they did it. It's amazing.
And it worked.
How did you do last week in terms of money? I have people that are literally going through your picks, and they're keeping score right now.
Wow.
So they want to see that you're and I say, listen, you pick them like nobody. Nobody.
Well,
picks them.
here's the problem. And in fact, Davey and I were talking. Davey was out Saturday. Okay. You know me. I'm more of an in-game guy now.
You are.
And
yeah.
Why bet? Why bet it when you can actually look at the game in progress and the line gets adjusted? And we were doing it. Texas Tech was the 12 noon game against Brigham Young. I think the over/under would start out was around 28, 29 or whatever. But it was 19-0 in the fourth quarter with a whole quarter to go.
Yeah.
Texas Tech's got the ball. And so I go over to the kiosk machine to check out what is now the over/under for the game. It was only 25. And I go to Dave, I'm going, am I going against a computer that has no feeling for the game because they got the ball, they're at midfield, less than a touchdown, and they've scored 19 already. So I took the game itself at that time. Bam, they scored I got lucky. Within 3 plays, they scored with 27. Your Bills, classic. Oh, by the way, congratulations on your great trip to Roswell.
Thank you very much.
You got great stuff.
Yep, that was really good.
We happen to be in Niagara Falls too, and
we didn't make it to the casino. I know you were at the casino there. So
yeah, it's great. In fact, like I said, if you ever stay there, get the even number rooms because that actually looks over the falls. It's great.
Okay, that's cool.
But the bottom line, the Bills are a classic example of I always said patience is a virgin. Is that if you waited the Bills, you can tell they're struggling. But yet going to the fourth quarter, the team over under went down to 11.5. Well, they scored 13. So I said they at least got to take a run at it, and it's like that. So if you wait, and that's the way that's the way things work out.
How do you handle for those that are betting, thinking about betting live? How do you handle a game like last night? So you come up. There you are. Neither team, 14-7. Did they miss the field goal at the end of the first half?
They missed the field goal at the end. The funny part was they didn't think the Jets were going to score. Once again, I love to find out who actually sets these totals once it gets there, because if it's a computer, he's not watching the game or whatever. But the Jets moved the ball a couple times. They scored the first. They scored first time. It's 14-7.
Right in the beginning, they looked.
The over/under for the rest of the game. This is a halftime now. When it's 7, they've already scored 7. It was 13.5. All you need was a touchdown the whole second half to go over their total adjustment.
And is that's when you're actually at the facility, or is it an app that you're using?
Myself, but with this all these app stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff, it's easy to bet at home. But at one time I asked them, I said when they made the adjustments, and one time they said, well, we got people in Vegas watching these games and they're making the adjustments. I think it's more algorithms and analytics.
It might be.
Like that Texas Tech game, it made no sense to have that less than a touchdown when Tech's got the ball in Brigham Young's territory. Looked like they're ready to score, and that's all you need was a touchdown in the fourth quarter.
All right.
So
don't criticize them too much, Scott.
Yeah, I mean,
Scott, don't criticize too much because then they'll change the way they do it.
It'll go away.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. It's like it's one of those things. It's like the stock exchange. You can't take a minute to think about it. And now college basketball or pro basketball is just insane. You might as well wait till a TV timeout or a break because I mean, someone hits a three. It's just football's a little bit less and stuff like that. And
so the message
if you bet in game and be patient, and if it goes your way, we had of course the best one was Memphis. We knew Memphis was going to go over as a team total, and that was a Friday game. We hit that one too. And then the Oregon game, Davey and I are sitting there, and we're waiting to see how bad the weather was. And right, Davey, it was pouring rain for most of the game. But the line kept going down to 39, which brought Oregon down to about 20 to start the game. They scored 18.
Yeah, it was coming down in sheets.
Yeah,
it was coming down in sheets. And I said, I said last Friday, I said, there's got to be a problem with the weather because Oregon can score 40 by themselves, and it was already down to 41. So I knew there was.
So you took the under.
Well, I just didn't touch it. Because I
okay.
knew, and it ended up scoring 18. But for the longest time, it was 2, and the line came down. But that's if you have the ability.
And I, if I could, I just want to, for people, I want to translate for people just a little bit.
Right.
You're saying that you bet the team totals.
The team totals, correct.
Not the game totals.
Yeah.
So you're betting on an individual team to score either, you're looking what that over-under is. Yeah.
For example, we gave you out its trends, and it's maybe more I should talk about trends because people are going to lose. And to me, betting isn't. It's more of a marathon. If you're going to start at September and go the way through, especially with games. We said Rutgers and Utah, after the first week, keep an eye on their team totals because all they had to go on what happened last year. It's history. They replaced all the receivers and quarterbacks and coordinators, and all of a sudden they're scoring in the mid-30s and 40s, and the market didn't adjust until probably 2 games ago. In fact, unfortunately with Davey, he took the whole game, Rutgers and Maryland, which should have gone over easy, but Rutgers actually went over their team total, scored 35.
Right.
And Utah at home has been solid. So
all right.
Stuff like that. Texas Tech is another one. It's all year long if you just took it.
We've exhausted most of our time talking about this, but I think it's important, right? It's important for people if they're putting their money up. That is important.
If you have the ability. It's like going to a movie, and they're allowing you to see the movie for a couple minutes or even longer and asking if you want to pay or not because the movie's not good or not, and you can get out. That's what these football games. I have a thing that said if it's not your day, you'll walk away. There's no reason if you have to bet if things aren't going the way you thought it was going to be. But now you're allowed to look at the game and make decisions on the fly.
Well, I do think
with adjusted lines.
For a lot of people, the hardest part of gambling is the walking away part. And being patient. All right. Patience.
All right, so let me give you.
is a virgin.
Give you things. Patience is a virgin. Yeah.
Okay.
But bottom line is, if you're going to bet the games that look like if you start before, if you had to take a look at them, I don't know why Detroit's under 24. The Lions. I mean, the way they've been scoring. Baltimore's now is starting to score. I think this is an overall over-under. But if you took the last 2 or 3 games, Baltimore's been in the 30s. The line you can get right now is around 23 as a team total. So those 2 right there, Detroit and Baltimore, in the pros, seem pretty good. And we're going back to like we've done before and the whole year. Texas Tech and, of course, Indiana. Over-unders look like around the 29-30 mark. And USC has been scoring in the 40s. Their over-under for the whole game is 49. All you need is 27.5, 28 against Iowa. And for Michigan State, Kathy, they're playing.
Hold on.
Oh, you got her?
Kathy, go on. You're on with Scott.
Hi, Scott. Well, we're going to go up against Penn State for the football and Kentucky in the basketball next week.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, Michigan, if they were going to beat Penn State, this is the week. They're off a bye, so they had 2 weeks to get ready. And after that demoralizing loss Penn State had last week, if they're ever going to beat Penn State, it's going to be this week. They're a 7-point underdog. So the Kentucky is interesting. They've lost to Louisville. That was the big pump game. Does a college team can get up twice in a row? That'll be the interesting thing. But it looks like Michigan State's going to be a grinder. It's going to be an Izzo game. They got 17, 18 offensive rebounds last week. It looks like that's the type of team they're going to be.
Well, they're 3-0, so they maybe can hold on.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, Kathy.
All right, Michigan State, Kathy. Thanks.
All right, there you go, Scott. You have a great weekend and win a lot of money.
Well, we'll try. And like I said, if we have the ability to watch the games and make the adjustments.
Get that feel.
That's the way to do it.
All right.
All
cool.
right, guys. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye.
Coming up, Joe, stand by. I'm going to get right to you. Matt is in studio. As I said, a little nepotism going on here. We'll explain. And it's a big event happening next weekend that is great for kids, and we want to talk about that. Coming up. Hold tight. Coming right back at WIBX.
Are you sick of being just a number or doing a mindless job? Become a craftsman in a trade. Become an IBEW electrician. The IBEW and the Electrician Training Alliance will give you all the tools necessary at their state-of-the-art training facility. Earn as you learn. paid training while you get your certification. What are you waiting for? Become an IBEW Local 43 electrician. Call or go online today to learn more. Find your career at IBEW and let the Electrician Training Alliance light up your future.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA. Plus, get an upgrade to triple pane windows for free. Minimum 3-window purchase. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 and get the triple pane upgrade free. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Winter's coming fast, and Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair wants to keep you rolling safely. All November long, take up to $120 off instantly when you buy 4 new Bridgestone or Firestone tires. No waiting, no mail-ins, just instant savings. Save up to $120 instantly on top brands like the Bridgestone Blizzak and Firestone Winter Force. Hurry, this instant rebate ends November 30th. Visit TallmansTire.com or stop by one of their 6 convenient locations today. See store for details. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Trust, value, and service that keeps you rolling.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and service in Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Some leftover snow showers or flurries could be with us this morning, and temperatures are starting off cold, so maybe some of the back streets a little bit slick, especially into the Adirondacks. Then partly sunny, 40 this afternoon. Tonight, some clouds, even colder, 22. Teens North Country. Rain showers Saturday afternoon, milder, 47. Rain showers, snow showers on Sunday, mid-40s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX, 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
We're currently clouds and 34. Are you saying this weekend we're going to be getting up near 50 degrees this weekend?
Yeah, mid to upper 40s.
Yeah, okay. I'll take it. The Good Feet Store. If you're having pain, arch support specialists, the Good Feet Store. They're located on Commercial Drive in New Hartford, and you can call for directions at 315-999-3910. Walk in, no appointment needed. You'll get a free fitting and test walk with zero obligation. It's a 3-step system. These are inserts you put in your shoes. And you're just walking around, not even realizing they're there, and it's helping you in correcting your step. And that will alleviate pain. It's the Good Feet Store, 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. And I have to say, when it comes to lead, it is so... It is important, but it's not on my list to talk about right now, so I'm not going to talk about it. But listen, test for lead. Lead is bad for kids. Lead paint, bad for kids. I do want to tell you, in Herkimer County, they are getting rid of lead paint like you wouldn't believe. And if you're looking for an event that is coming up like the one we're going to talk about here, which is not in Herkimer County, but these events are, you would go to, ooh, baby. This is what happened when Scott comes out. It bleeds right into my delivery. I'm all over the place. Herkimer County Explorer, things that are going on in Herkimer County. There's so many gift ideas. There's gems along the Mohawk. You can check out right at exit 30 by Waterfront Grill, where you can get a lot of local gifts and ideas for the holidays. And if you have events that are going on, you can list them right there on their website at herkimercountyny.gov/events. Things that are going on in Herkimer County, it's where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It is happening in Herkimer County. Just not happening properly in my brain right now.
That was a great
great
segment.
Davey, I will let you do the introductions here.
The next guest in the studio is my brother-in-law, Matt Shore. Great guy. Does a lot for my sister and my nephews and my niece, and love him dearly. He's here going to have an event on Saturday, the 29th, Santa on the Farm, and he's going to be talking about it.
Good morning. Oh, I got to get your mic on. Sorry.
Good morning.
So tell us one secret about Davey that nobody knows.
Oh, wait, don't.
Yeah, you better not. You better not. Not that secret. Don't tell that one. No, Davey's a good man and keeps everything rolling, not only here for us in the morning, but honestly keeps the whole building going during the day. The Shore Family Farm, that's your farm on Dop Hill Road in Holland Patton.
Yep.
Talk about what you guys do every year here.
So, I mean, I grow Christmas trees, and we have chickens. So that's our farm.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
We started 3 years ago. My brother-in-law plays Santa Claus, and I figured I had a bunch of Charlie Brown trees, and I need to get rid of them. So
Is Davey the one that plays Santa?
No.
Oh, it's another brother-in-law.
My sister's husband.
Okay, got it.
And I asked him if he wanted to play Santa. I put it out there, and he played Santa. I sold $20 Christmas trees, and we had 65 kids show up. And we had a couple donations. We gave each kid something. And
that's how it all started.
Yeah. And then last
cool.
year, we advertised a little more, and we ended up having Rob Maciel was there, the sheriff car was there, we had fire department.
Nice.
And we had like 270 kids show up.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
So you do, and by the way, bring a toy or non-perishable food item, and you get entered into a drawing.
Yeah, we have raffles by, we got raffles from Lead Car, from Don's Ford, from
nice
a bunch of different places, and basically we're doing a Toys for Tots drive.
Nice,
and
nice.
a food drive. Last year we did just food drive. This year we had the Toys for Tots.
All right, so this happens next Saturday from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m.
The Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the following Saturday.
Yeah,
the
so
end
2
of the month.
weeks from tomorrow.
So
is that right?
Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then the event.
Yeah.
And it is a Saturday, right? Yes. So Saturday, November 29th, which that kicks off the season. And then you got to remember, Thanksgiving is late this year, so we kind of have one fewer weekend in the holiday shopping season.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Thanksgiving to Christmas is it's less than a month. I think it's 29 days.
It'll be 3 weeks
28
away.
days.
So you'll be 3 weeks away from Christmas. Or so, maybe a little bit more than that. But anyway, this is a great event, and you come out, it's good for the kids. There's all sorts of things to do. And
you bring a toy, you get 2 tickets to enter whatever raffle you want.
Yeah.
And you bring a food item, you get 1 ticket. And then we're also doing Utica Harley's been a big sponsor this year. When we're going to raffle off a 4-wheeler.
Wow.
It's a 25 Kawasaki. And those tickets are for sale, actually. So everything is free except for those tickets. And those are $25 tickets.
You have a secret sauce, if you will. Everything needs, like you get a nice burger, you need a good secret sauce. And your secret sauce is on the phone right now.
Mr. Joe Load.
Joe, good morning. You're considered the secret sauce, if you will.
Also known as the Christmas tree auctioneer. He said you were selling trees like you were selling cars.
Listen, I could sell a Christmas tree. I could sell cars. I could sell whatever you want. And actually, I'm going to tell you, I'm broadcasting live here this morning from the Hilltop Market in West Leiden, where they just donated a $25 gift certificate for the cause.
Oh, that's very nice.
And if you've never had one of their sandwiches or subs, you're missing out because their subs are huge. Huge, Tom.
Okay. Huge, Tom. Huge.
Yeah, so we're going to have music. We're going to have hot chocolate. This is a big deal for kids. I mean, bring the kids. They get a little goodie bag. There's also a raffle going on for wood, too. So that's kind of a cool thing because I burn wood, and, you know, everybody needs wood up around these parts. So there's a raffle going on for wood, and Matt cuts the wood, and Matt delivers wood. Matt does all kinds of stuff there.
This one time we were at an event this one time, and they were auctioning stuff off, and I was there with my parents, and I should not tell this story, but I'm there with my parents, and you know it's an event, and you know, and I'm watching my mother, and she decides she's gonna actually put a bid on an item, and she won it, and it was a large bag of herbs, and I said, "Don't," and she did, and she won it. I'm like, "Don't do it. Trust me, don't do it." It was a bag of herbs.
You can.
It wasn't basil. That's all I'm saying.
She made brownies, Bill.
No, she donated it back, and I could not imagine that.
She got
being...
3 for 1 on her investment, though.
It was quite a deal. It was
break it up.
Great donation.
Get
it was
more
really
money
good.
out of it there.
All right. Anything else you want to plug here?
You don't have to. If you win the firewood, it's a $10 ticket. You don't have to get the firewood.
You don't.
You're gonna give $500 or 10 face cord of firewood.
Okay, that's really cool.
And then all the money that we raise, every single penny is going right to Toys for Tots.
That's awesome.
And it's staying local.
All
and
right.
we're gonna look for probably 2 or 3 families just to provide.
That's really
Christmas
awesome.
For.
And listen, that's the Marine Corps and Toys for Tots. They do a tremendous job. Everything stays local for kids, and you want kids taken care of this time of year, and this is what this event does.
And I like everybody to have the opportunity to buy a Christmas tree as well. So I buy 50 pre-cut trees and I sell them just enough to cover the gas for me to go get them.
That's awesome.
They're super cheap trees and
right.
they still look good. So
and they still look good.
They're very nice looking trees. I would tell you that they're very nice.
We'll talk about this as we get closer, and it's 2 weeks from this Saturday, right after Black Friday. It's the 29th. Santa on the Farm, Shore Family Farm, Dop Hill Road in Holland Patton. All right. Good stuff, Joe. Thank you, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. And don't forget to come on up here to the Hilltop. Say hi to Rachel. She makes the best breakfast sandwiches anywhere in the North Country.
You know, she just paid him to say that, so he's making dough on this.
He's not lying.
Smile on her face, but she didn't pay me. I eat here every day. This is my weakness.
All right, Joseph. Thank you, man. And Matt, thank you. We appreciate it.
Good luck, man.
All right, let me wrap up the program here with Ryan Schmelz from Fox News Radio. Ryan, good morning. You want a place to come? You got Christmas trees, Santa rides, hot chocolate. You come up here, Ryan. This is the place to come.
Sounds like it. I like the sound of that.
Listen, it's over. What does it mean? How quickly are we going to be able to ramp up? What are you looking at?
In terms of the shutdown?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, well, look, we've got the Schumer drama fallout. I'm sure you've seen that question ad with AOC.
Mm-hmm.
That's been everywhere.
Yes.
You've got the...
And that, by the way, for those that are wondering, is should there be a new leader? And it's very interesting that AOC did not really have a damning answer that you might expect.
No.
That could be telling.
Yeah, no. She has been hesitant to really jump on the Schumer criticism bandwagon. I mean, look, it makes
surprising.
Yeah, she's got a couple. I mean, he's not even up until 2028, so
right.
It'll be a while. And then, of course, she's keeping the peace in many ways, or what it looked like. But yeah, there's been other members from her side of the party who've been pretty critical of Chuck Schumer and have called him to step aside. You've got a couple progressive members, a couple moderate members, but the calls are getting louder and louder.
Many think that she will run for the Senate when Schumer is up.
Well, some people think she might run for president too.
Well, that's yeah. Well, in this day and age, anything seems possible. I guess. How quickly does everything ramp back up? How quickly do we? I understand that it all began yesterday, but some of this, like airlines, it's going to take a little while for airports and airlines to catch back up here.
Yeah, it probably will. Federal workers are look like they're already back in the office now. President Trump ordered them back to work almost immediately. And we'll see ultimately, how long this takes. But there's a couple different pay dates that Jared Halpern reported on for when different federal workers will start getting paid and whatnot. But for the most part, we're still waiting to see, how long this fallout's going to last in terms of the airports.
And then what is Congress working on now? We have obviously you're looking at insurance premiums.
Epstein.
That's going to be big. And then Epstein. What do you think?
Yeah. The Epstein vote will happen next week. We'll see ultimately what that ends up. But Speaker Johnson could have delayed this and essentially kept this from voting until December. But he looks like he decided he wanted to just go ahead and put this thing behind him, and he's going to have the vote next week and just go on and get it over with. And then, of course, you have some other things, too. Funding the government. They got until January 30th to get that done. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah. You find, and listen, Democrats are thinking there might be something there that could be very, very damaging for the president. Chances are, though, that it really is just kind of, it seems like Epstein says some very disparaging things about Trump, about his actual wealth, about him not being a nice guy, actually a bad person, Epstein describes. But at the same time, let's remember who it's coming from, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, someone had said the other day, it's like, who cares what his opinion is about somebody? He's a convicted sex trafficker. If he's telling somebody they're a bad person, I don't really know what the credibility is for that. Yeah. So, someone did say that yesterday.
But at the same time, though, Ryan, it is perplexing to me. I'm puzzled at why there's been so much resistance. If there's nothing there, why all the resistance to release it?
I mean, they've made the argument from the start that there's sensitive information that they need to redact. And, of course, there's also been some legal challenges that they've had, too, in terms of releasing it. The courts have held out in some cases as well. So there's a lot of different reasons for why there's the minute delay.
All right. Anything else they'll be working on, obviously, as we wind up the year?
There was some interesting resolution that somebody brought up yesterday on the podcast, but I totally am blanking on what it is. But,
Friday.
The Schumer drama is not going anywhere, so I guess we're going to be pelting Chuck Schumer with a lot of questions about his future next week.
All right. Ryan, it's Friday.
Can you imagine?
Love Friday.
Can you imagine?
It is Friday.
Pelosi says, I'm out. And then if Schumer says I'm out, that is those are the two for decades. Two of the biggest leaders in the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just enormous.
Well, she seems like decades. It hasn't been quite that long. She
86.
seems like
since 86.
AOC?
No, Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy
I'm talking about Pelosi and
yeah.
Schumer.
Well, that's been forever.
I'm saying there's going to be, if he's out too, that is a significant leadership change.
No doubt about it.
In the Democratic Party.
And listen, that's what these young Democrats are asking for. They want the old guard gone. So it'll be interesting to see where it all goes. Okay, Ryan, go Bills and go Baltimore this weekend.
Yes, go both. We'll see what happens. Patriots look good, though.
I don't want to hear it. All right, Ryan, thank you.
Take care, man.
All right, see you.
Have a great weekend. I don't want to hear it. Those Patriots. And you just got a little bit of a feeling that the Jets were going to do something really spectacular early on, and then that just fizzled, and then of course came the second half. What a game! Before we go, in Sarah's Flooring Outlet, you're looking for flooring, then there's no better place. In our area, you're always getting the price guarantee. You'll always get the lowest price. They will meet or beat anyone's price when it comes to flooring. Their Pergo Extreme is just incredible. And then, of course, there's the largest inventory in the area. And that includes the big box stores. The largest inventory you'll find. So you're getting unique items, things that you might not find everywhere else. You just have so much to select from. and they're incredibly experienced, and they only do flooring. So they'll help you measure, help you get the right product, and their installation is incredible as well. We certainly have and continue to use in Sarah's Flooring Outlet. 6 months interest-free financing going on right now. It's in Sarah's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and online at sarahsflooringoutlet.com. That's it for us. We're back here Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend and be safe. WIBX.
All right, holiday time is coming. That means it is high crime season, but not all crime should be addressed the same way. We have statistics from the FBI, and that's 2022. Firearms is only necessary less than 1% of the time. Now, the burner launcher covers 99.99% of altercations with the firepower needed to incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. I carry one myself. I recommend every family concerned about safety and security have one as well. The Burner Compact Launcher is the smallest, less lethal launcher that is concealable anywhere. Now, it may be small, but it fires powerful kinetic rounds, tear gas, that can stop an attacker cold for up to 40 minutes with a range of 60 feet, and you can confidently and effectively de-escalate any situation without using lethal force. You don't need a background check. It's legal in all 50 states. It comes straight to your door. Go to byrna.com and get the launcher that is right for you and your family.
Each store independently owned and operated and not part of a chain or cooperative buying group.
You don't need to drive all around. Come to Seneca and Valley for the best prices in town. Save on every bottle, every case, every day. And our 40-mile price match backs you all the way.
Our biggest sale of the year at Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer. Save 20% off wine cases, mix and match. Stock up with our Barefoot Truckload Sale. 750 milliliter bottles, just $5.99. $2.99 after rebate. Relax Riesling 1.5 liters are just $15.99. $13.99 after rebate. 19 Crimes is a steal at $7.99 a bottle. Just $4.99 after rebate. Bogle Chardonnay is now just $8.99. Just $6.99 after rebate. Save big at Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer.
One big family, two great stores, ready to save you more.
Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton. Life can be tough, full of judgment and negativity, but for 30 minutes a day, you can forget all that and focus on yourself. Just like one of our members, Irene, who mentions that everyone's cheering for each other, pushing through the sweat, the tough moments, and even the stuff that feels a little sucky. Irene also mentions finding the strength, the confidence, and a real fitness family here is outstanding. Come join us, embrace the challenge, and find your fitness home at Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Whatever you need to haul, landscaping tools, heavy construction gear, or even livestock, Clinton Tractor has the trailer for the job. Choose steel, aluminum, or galvanized frames from 500 pounds to 55 tons with trusted names like B-Wise, Eager Beaver, and EB. For trailers, parts, and service you can count on, visit the Caledona family at Clinton Tractor.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
For the best quality remote car starters, call Big Apple Music. At Big Apple, we have installed more remote car starters than all the local competition combined. I'm Pete, and at Big Apple, we hand solder all major connections for quality. With 46 years in business, we are the most experienced and most trusted. Get your remote car starter from Big Apple Music in New Hartford and call 315-732-4162. That's 315-732-4162.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950.